Hello everyone, welcome back to another Tomato Sauce stream. Today we're going to be playing the Music Princesses, which is probably the most hyped new deck. Although it hasn't been seeing quite the results I think people were hoping for. I think it's met expectations, but it hasn't met like people's wants, right? We really have desired for this deck to be really strong, and it has unfortunately fallen a little bit short. That being said, we have only had one tournament so far, because unfortunately we did have another tournament planned for yesterday, but it was cancelled, which was a real big shame. We are getting more tournaments this weekend, so that should give us a bit more data to go by, so you know, we'll see what happens there. Other than that, we do have Worlds starting tomorrow, which is very exciting. We have already seen some of the World's competitors have, like, you know, they're in France, they're hanging out, we're seeing some pictures coming out, we're getting some news. It's all very exciting stuff. Beyond that, the new Shadowverse box has come out today. I didn't play a lot of Shadowverse with the last set, but I'm always excited to play when new stuff comes out. I didn't really like the meta of set 2, if I'm being completely honest, but it doesn't help that the decks that I really liked were like basically in the dumpster, so that's not ideal, right? I mean, that's always going to affect how you feel about the meta. Beyond that, what's the other thing we were going to talk about? It's in the stream title. I'm sure it is. I'm sure there was something. No, that's probably it. That's probably just it. We don't need to talk about anything else. That's everything. But first, before we get into any of that, let's see who's in the chat. So we have Hidden Bankai. Welcome on in. Hello, people. I just need one more ensemble fighter and the Music Princess is complete. Nice. I mean, that's what we always want to see, right? But you do get one just from playing the event. So theoretically, you'll just get it naturally, right? But who knows? Music Princess World's new Shadowverse set plus big update. Oh, that's it. The big update prediction. That's right. We were going to... I mean, we've already spoken about it quite a lot, but now we get this, like, announcement. It does seem quite exciting. That being said, I think the majority are expecting this to be primarily a big speed announcement, and the rush stuff is going to be very minor, right? We're probably going to get, you know, a structure deck, maybe, like, a mini, maybe a deck build, but I don't think they'd announce that here, because I don't think they've ever done a deck build and a mini at the same time. So it's probably just going to be a mini and a structure. That would be probably the most exciting thing we could get. Like, obviously, they could announce, like, a new character as well. That's something they could quite easily do if they wanted to. And then just be like, oh, it's coming at some point. Like, 2-3 weeks away, maybe. But we'll have to wait and see. We will have to wait and see what exactly they do decide to do. But I do want to just kind of hypothesize stuff it could be and get input from the chat as well. That's what I really want to do. To be honest, I'm in need to save for the next mini, surely Phaser Max and Pyro support. It'd be really cool if we do get those. I am still leaning towards it would be a really exciting update to do that, because in my mind the other option they go with is you just release a new character. And if you're just going to release just a random new character, like the Lug, is probably the direction I would take it in. So, you know, maybe we just get that. The alternative is that they do give us those 2 new Rush skins, so like the Yuga Man and the Luke Man, which again would be fine, because like, we have that new Luke skill, right, that has been data mined. We do have these new skins coming out, and this does seem to be probably something tied to the big update coming in September for speed, so specifically the DM stuff. With that said, considering we only have that and the Handy Lady skill still left on the table that we haven't had put into the game yet, it kind of, to me, hints that it could be a structure deck, right? Because a Luke structure deck that comes with, and then like the Luke Man and the Yuga Man coming out all at the same time, I think would be really cool. I think that would be like an exciting update. It's not exciting in that like Phaser being announced and all the new Maximum stuff getting announced would be exciting, but it's still cool, right? It's still something to get hyped about. It's just not as hype as what it could be, right? We have How Genesis, sup fellow Yellow Bros in the house. We've always got to give a shout out to our good friend How _Genesis. Make sure that worked. No, we didn't exclamation mark. We're just bad at this. I'm just bad at this. It's okay, we'll get there. We'll get there. Bam. There we go. We got it in there. We got it in there. But hello, how? Hope you're having a good day. Kim friends in the chat as well. Massive update. The end of Rush service. Could you imagine? The funniest part is that I feel like if they were going to end of service one of the games, it would probably be Speed. Which is like, it sounds really weird to say, but Rush clearly has less players than Speed. But Speed is like closer to like finishing, if that makes sense. Rush is like just getting started. Like there's so much more to go for Rush. They just find one super boring. Hello. Is that Baj in the chat? This is a rare showing from Baj. Hello. I don't know how I woke up early. Well, it's always good to see you. We have Luis Fernando, probably be most news for Speed, but we get a structure and maybe one selection. I really hope we don't get a selection, because it feels like we've only just had a selection. And selections feel bad no matter what, right? Either you have to just pump all of your gems into the selection, which doesn't feel great, or you have to spend a bunch of money, or you skip it, right? So either you lose all your gems that you spent ages farming up, and you go back to 0, which means you've got to farm up again. You lose a bunch of money, which never feels great, because it's like, it's not a small amount of money as well. Like, if you want to finish a selection, typically you're talking like, I don't know, like 40, 60, 80, depending on like how much you need to go into it. And then the third option is skipping it, and that arguably feels the worst, because then you just like miss out on the cool stuff. And no one wants to miss out on the cool stuff. That's just not fun, is it? I don't think I've ever launched... I don't think they've ever launched a Speed and Rush box simultaneously. I think the closest they've got is they released 2 a week apart around Worlds one year. I think that's the closest we ever got. Other than that, yeah, they never released at the same time. Is that United for Eternity in the chat? Hello, Tomato and everyone. How are your days going? My day's going quite well. It's been quite rainy here, which usually would mean it would be a bit cooler, but it's still quite warm. So I'm kind of just waiting for, like, the summer heat to die down, because we're like in September basically. So like, come on, what are we doing here? We have Gunkin Suship Shari. Welcome on in. 7 streak as well. Congratulations. If I could get a 4-win streak with my half-assed music princess, then people can do shit with full mate decks. I mean, yeah, but you got to remember that like ranked Rush is, it's very hit or miss. I played so many games over the last few days where it was just non-games. It was like, I win the coin toss, opponent scoops. Turn 1, I set 5, opponent draws for turn, scoops. Opponent's playing a 40-card deck of like nothing, scoops, right? It's so awkward in King of Games, because I feel like I so rarely find like a real game where my opponent's playing a real deck where like you don't just hard brick, where your opponent doesn't just hard brick, or where your opponent doesn't just scoop on like turn 2 or 3. It's like, it can be so difficult. It really can. But again, you can just get like a bunch of really high streaks, but you also can get a bunch of really, you know, a bunch of shit could just happen, which also feels quite bad. And you could just, again, find a bunch of people that are actually real duelists and get your shit pushed in, right? Speculate about a big update. Is it this? Yes, 100%. The massive update uses the new currency and alt style as a front to add Goha Yuga to Duel Links. I mean, Goha Yuga to Duel Links would be cool. The problem is we've just had 2 Sevens characters. I think we're kind of at the point where we want more Go Rush stuff, right? Like Phaser would be really good. We've already skipped over Roman. And then the Lug hasn't come out yet. If they do Roman, I think the most disappointing thing they could do is release Roman, to be honest. Because releasing Roman means we're getting the wind psychic stuff, which isn't super exciting in general. And Roman's like new thing was equip spells, and equip spells are kind of shit. So I think I'd rather they wait on Roman. Oh. I'm getting the names mixed up, aren't I? Rovian. Not Roman. Rovian. I want them to wait with Rovian until they do Contact Fusion. That would, I think, make more sense, because then the deck will be a bit more complete. The deck will be a bit more exciting. Until then, I think the exciting stuff to release would be the Lug, which would be cool, but the most exciting thing would be Phaser. Phaser's a, you know, much-loved character. He'd introduce a bunch of new maximums. It's like a new era to the game, and arguably the best era. I think the the game has ever really felt to me was basically the Lug into Phaser, right? That was like the best era where it was like, right, we're doing Go Rush fusions and then into Go Rush maximums. That's like the best arcs in terms of the card game itself. Like, there's still great aspects to the card game and great like eras of the card game beyond that. But that's when you start getting into a lot more of like the tier 0 crap, and it's like, you know, that we had that Harpy tier 0 thing for a while there, and that was a bit like, So, yeah. Serena is in the chat as well with a 5 streak. We should give a shout out to Serena as well. Can we do another shout out already? That's the question. We can do another shout out. Hello, Serena. Welcome on in. Rainy with signs of more protests. I mean, yeah, that's basically the UK right now. So if anyone that's... we don't usually talk politics, but I'll just to explain the point, just to give context. There have been asylum seekers that have come to the UK, and now people are protesting that because they don't want more immigrants basically coming into the country, and it's this whole big thing. Again, I'm not going to get super into it because I'm not super political. We just like to talk about card games. But that's what he is referring to. UK's in a bit of a weird spot right now. So, Tomato, what's your WCS predictions? I mean, I would like... So my number one that I would like to win are going to be teammates, right? So it's going to be Parco, then Giorfio. For speed, it's going to be Paris, but I know a lot of people... I've come to learn that Paris is quite a controversial figure in the community, but he's still on the team, so I'm still going to, you know, root for the boy, as we do. I had a war against sheep heroes. That's exciting. They're adding Otis to speed. I mean, they could. They absolutely could. I don't think that would be exciting, though. Like, realistically, that's just, like, a couple of his Darkness cards. I mean, it's basically just Turbo Mill. That's all that deck is. It's not a super exciting deck, unfortunately. The weird thing is Go Rush is still airing for dub. I mean, you could still... Well, that's fine, right? Set to air until early mid-2028 as well. Going to be around for a while. Yeah, it's really weird how they're, like, drip-feeding it. Just give me Wind Psychic, screw Hype. Wind Psychic, though, isn't a very good deck. Unless you give it all the modern support. Which... Most of which is going to be, like, Contact Fusion. I don't think they're going to want to do that. So it's a bit of a weird one. I'm inclined to think that they will release DM-themed structure and box for both Speed and Rush as part of the next big update. Red Eyes, I think, will be the structure for Rush. Blue Eyes for Speed. I mean, they could. They absolutely could. Because, like, there are a decent amount of Red Eyes cards, and some of them are probably at an appropriate power level that can come out now. If they were going the maximum route, they could give us the Red Eyes Max. If they weren't going the maximum route, they would just give us the Red Eyes Fusion stuff. It could work. There's no reason it couldn't. But hello, Dr. Tomberry. Welcome. Shout out D's. Hello, Sora Mia. Welcome to the chat, my friend. I thought it was the online safety thing. So there is that as well, but that's less about what, like, the active protests are. There's a lot going on. Have you been been out painting Goha Corp symbols on roundabouts? I don't think we would do Goha Corp symbols. If anything, it would be... I don't know, UTS? Because the UTS logo would actually go onto a roundabout really cleanly. Sweden and... I know the same there. UK, yeah, basically, right? Politics depresses me. Yeah, that's why we don't tend to really bring it up much, right? Especially, like, UK politics, when most of the chat is probably, like, NA or, like... the rest of Europe. The UK is such like a small part of the world, it realistically doesn't matter. It's also that, but it was quickly swept. Politics sucks. Yeah, basically. I want Star of the Beginning. Star of the Beginning is a really cool card. The issue... I guess there's nothing wrong with Star of the Beginning. Star of the Beginning could come out, and it would probably be fine. But I don't think... Because Pleiage is the issue. If we got Pleiage, that is where it would be like, I don't know about this, you know. I guess we will go ahead and transition over to this, as we always do. Matarian Stonks. The thing is, it's good for, like, any fusion-based deck. Is that Hikari in the chat? Hello, Hikari. As always, we will throw in exclamation mark Hikari. Because we have to always shout out the rush. The rushes. It's always very important. Oh. I hope Hikari's having a good time on holiday? I guess you're technically on holiday? I can't remember if you said it was a holiday, but you're in Venice? I assume you're still in Venice, and I hope you're having a great time. But we have got some stuff to go over. Now, one of the difficulties of Music Princess is milling in the beginning. I mean, yeah. I think another issue is going to be the maximum, right? The new maximum is quite difficult for them to deal with. But we do have, like we were saying, the September upcoming updates. Yes, I'm coming back today. Well, we look forward to having more Hikari coming in the future. Hopefully more Hikari streams, more Hikari content. So there's not, like, a lot in here, right? We're getting these 3 speed cards. Neat. And then this is the big one, right? So we're getting late September, Play, Ball, Baseball, Rush Duel, Yuka Goha, collect exclusive items, challenge the characters, the Goha rerun. There's whatever, right? Massive update incoming. A massive update is coming to Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links in late September. Stay tuned for further updates. And bam, that's all we're getting. That's all they've said. So it's, yeah. It's like, what is the massive update? You know, we've already been speculating a little bit, but again, we're not expecting this to be a big rush update, right? This is going to be a big speed update, and maybe we'll get some dregs of rush stuff. That's kind of what we're expecting. Also, what is with Italian Vanguard cards and being super cheap? I mean, it just comes down to if the cards are printed, but nobody wants them. You know, supply and demand. There's more supply than there is demand. The price goes down to try and get demand up, right? Otis should only come if we get OTS. Otherwise, I don't want him. I mean, we're not getting OTS, right? That deck is a really, really strong deck right now. Like, there's no way that deck's going to be printed, surely. That would, like... Because it creates a weird, like, environment if they release a deck that is just unbelievably powerful compared to everything else. I mean, right now, people are already sick of Light Galaxy, right? If they brought out Outerverse, it would just be the new Light Galaxy, but for, like, a year or 2 years or something, right? It would be ludicrous. But I am curious to see what they're going to do. Again, we have been speculating about them maybe doing some sort of new mode. I think what's likely is it's probably just going to be the 6 DM skins. Maybe, if we're lucky, we get the 2 Rush ones. If not, they'll be like, Rush ones could come in the future, and then they'll come out like a month later. I mean, outside of that, I'm not expecting that much, right? We got that new currency, which we don't really know what's going on with it, but it's going to do something to do with the skins, I would think. Otis probably would add his 7's road stuff with that one fusion, and then later give the OTS stuff. The thing is, it would be really boring if that was the case, right? If they brought out Otis, and it was just like 7's Otis or whatever, that's fine. The problem is, his cards aren't very interesting. So, he would come out, he'd probably get a skill to make summoning Darkness Zero Rogue a little bit easier. And then, I don't know, it just wouldn't add anything like super interesting to the game. I think that would be really disappointing. Never seen them in my local shops. That's probably why they're so cheap. We need more Darkness 7 stuff. The thing is, you can give us Darkness 7 stuff. Just slap it in a box. We don't need it to be a character, right? Because that's the issue. If they basically, like, waste a character slot on Otis, that means that is another, like, 2 months of not getting another character to get the Darkness 7 stuff. Wow. And this is coming from someone who really likes 7s. Like, I've always really enjoyed playing that deck. Spellcaster has always been one of my favorites. The Darkness stuff is just not interesting. It's just not. Only one Darkness 7's fusion is not enough. In the OCG in general, there's barely anything Darkness 7's. Well, there's like the 7 Sphere Magician stuff. That's pretty cool. The issue is that the Roadstar Glider Magica is really good contact fusion, so when new Dark Galaxy skill? Well, that'll be when we get new Dark Galaxy cards, right? Theoretically, we could get a new wave of Dark Galaxy basically whenever Konami decide to, right? There are still Dark Galaxy cards that are kind of at the appropriate power level now, maybe just a little bit above. So basically, they could come out whenever. I mean, they added Arcana to Duel Links for whatever reason. Yeah, but you got to remember that they released Arcana after they'd already gotten out like all the important characters, so it just doesn't matter. Like that's filler, right? And at the end of the day, they just wanted another Duel Links character to just slot in. Whereas right now, we're at a very, like, crucial part of the story and card releases where we don't want to just, like, slap in filler, right? We want good stuff to come out. We want interesting stuff to come out. I want more Go Rush characters. There are only 2 Go Rushers after Go Rush World. Yeah, I mean, that's basically where I'm at as well, right? Like, again, I expected Rovian would be out by now, and we probably have the Luke. We have neither of those characters. So, again, my prediction would be the next character we get, hopefully, is going to be either the Luke or Phaser. I would rather have Phaser, but if we do get Phaser, that then pushes Rovian and the Luke back until they would get, like, their next wave of support, I guess. Which, like, is fine. The 500 burn would go crazy. Give us Gehenna Machia. I mean, we're good. Hashtag buff Sidra. I'm still on the side of the fence where I think they are scared to buff Sidra and have Sidra be, like, a menace. Which is, like, so weird to say, because they don't seem to really care about heroes. Well, I suppose they knew not to give heroes a new skill. That was very heads up of Konami, right? Obviously, like Galaxy, is this, like, kind of menace at the moment? It's just kind of crazy. But I'm still expecting that to get nerfed shortly after Worlds, so... what do you mean you don't want that one sushi duelist? It's more about, like, being realistic, right? We know which characters we're going to get as characters, right? We know which characters are just realistically never going to be made as a character. And we know which characters have, like, a chance to get thrown in later, right? So... like, Tiger was one of those characters where I think a lot of people were like, oh, we're definitely getting her. And other people were like, oh, we're definitely not getting her. And I was kind of at the point where I was like, we should get her, but we're not guaranteed to get her. So, like, if we didn't get her when we got her, I would have expected her to be one of the filler characters later. Just like, oh, we've got nothing really to put out. There's a lot of cards to get out. We'll just throw Tiger out, right? She was always, in my opinion, going to be a character. She just didn't have to be one of the, like, characters in order. It's like Yuka Goha. Yuka Goha, I think, is in a similar boat, where a lot of people thought we didn't need Yuka Goha. But she came out. She had a relatively okay impact on the meta, so it was actually quite a good character to come out. Chupataro. Chupataro is a weird one, right? Because Chupataro's deck, realistically, is garbage, and you would need such a good skill to make Meeg actually good, right? You can sack a few games with it, you can get a little bit lucky and, like, do okay, but let's understand, right? Meeg-chan is, like, kinda mid. Now, we are now getting some more Meeg support. We are now getting the Meeg maximum, so maybe Chupataro back on the table. Just saying, maybe Chupataro could come back. But the funny thing is, it's not even Chupataro's maximum. That's the even funnier part. I want Phaser, but it really isn't the time for him yet. Konami, give me Blaze Fiends with the Legend skill, and I forgive you. I mean, you say it's not time for him yet, but, like, we're basically at that point. As soon as Eternal Galactica Oblivion comes out, I feel like maximums are on the table. Like, that is, like, the next step. Now, the question is, did we get Eternal Galactica Oblivion too early? Arguably, yes. Would getting Phaser also be early? Arguably, yes. But, like, it's, in my opinion, it is on the table. Konami could just drop it whenever they want, and realistically, they have already laid the path for it, right? But for Duel Monsters characters getting new skins, I really hope that they're the manga versions and literally black and white picture taken out of the manga and talking speech bubbles that are shaped. I mean, that would be cool. I don't think they would do that. I'm more expecting, like, filler stuff, but I mean, who even knows? Who even really knows? Like, it's all speculation. It's all speculation, right? But hello, eHero. Welcome, welcome. Ideally, Phaser, Yuna, Lug, or Rovian. We still have to get Transamu Road. Yeah, Transamu Road would be great as well. Because obviously, then the question becomes, do you release that guy? Because in my opinion, that guy is a really important character to Go Rush. But he doesn't add that many new cards. A lot of the stuff he's using is, like, old stuff. As a character, he's also a bit weird because we kind of already have him in a different version, but then we have that across a couple of other different shows anyway. But it's in the same kind of vein where Arc 5 hasn't released like Arc 5 Jack or Arc 5 Alexis, right? And it's like, if we're not going to do those, would we bother doing the repeat characters from other shows, right? The problem is Eternal is too early and out of order. Most other cards are way earlier still, and character-wise, we are at the end of Arc 1, beginning of Arc 2, and Phaser is like in Arc 5. So, I hear what you're saying, Corey, right? But, if they were just never planning to release Rovian as a character, there was no other characters in that arc that you would give us at that time. So that is irrelevant. There are no characters in Arc 4 that you would give us as a character, realistically, right? The main antagonist of Arc 4 is Zuijo, right? So that's already in the game, so that doesn't matter. The only realistic character that you could make the argument we skipped over is the Luke, because I don't think they would, in that time span, release the Luke and Neanderstar. In my opinion, I see Neanderstar in that kind of weird place where she will probably be an NPC duelist for a bit, and then hopefully, like, when they just need like a filler character, then they'll throw her in as like a playable. That's kind of how I see it. So, like, in my mind, as soon as they released Eternal, and they've gone, all right, we're willing to like jump this far ahead, they're willing to go to maximums, right? Because if you think about it, it's Eternal Galactica Oblivion is in Arc 4. That's an Arc 4 card. So releasing an Arc 5 card is not out of the question, right? It's literally the next arc. It is in numerical order, right? We should get Kawaii World. I know. Kawaii is like such a weird one. It's one of those things again where Konami could basically do whatever they want, right? Konami at Worlds legitimately could just announce Kawaii coming to the game. And we'd be sat here like, where Phaser, right? Why are we going straight to Kawaii? And we would just have to accept it, because Konami could do whatever the heck they want, right? 27 characters I counted that Go Rush will need in total, including the ones we have, minimum. And if everything releases efficiently with no 7s characters in between, it would take just over 5 years for that many characters. 27 that we need. Right, characters that in my opinion, are necessary, right? Alright, actually need... I would like to see the Luke, Phaser, Kawaii. I mean, realistically, it could just be Darkmeister. And then Otis. Like, actually need 5. Now, other characters that we should get, I'm going Yuna. I would like to see Neanderstar, but again, Neanderstar barely duels. You could just skip over her. Terza / Mitsuko, I think, should get upgraded from a NPC. Again, she duels quite a lot as well. Tremolo. Rovian. That's probably it. Like, I really don't think we need 27. I think 27 is like your wish list more than anything. Insert meme of it being 84 years since we've seen Colossal Fighter. Also really wish they had released all the Empowered Warriors together at the same time at the Pendulum series. They would have been fun to play. Yeah, I think it would have been really cool to see that as well. It is weird to see Colossal Fighter here, but I guess they were worried about like Colossal Fighter loops more than anything. We need Yuna. Again, I really like Yuna, right? I like the character. I like the deck. I would love to see Yuna come in, right? But if Konami skipped Yuna, I really don't think it would be like a massive surprise, right? She is an integral character, but like there are lots of integral characters that just never get made as characters, right? Like, realistically, they could release all of these characters in the future. They don't have to release them like in exact order at exactly the right time, right? It's like we go over to DM, and it's like people were saying, right? Do we need Arcana as a character? Do we need like Yeah, do we need 2 Mareks? Did we need 2 Yugis? Do we need Grandpa? Right? There's all these, like, weird characters that just, like, aren't necessary, but they're just there anyway, right? I'll try cut some characters, but the problem is all of them hold significant value in the story. Yeah, but I think that's where you're going wrong. Just because they're significant to the story does not mean they have to be made into a playable character. Like, that is the catch pull, right? You don't... those things do not necessarily one-to-one mean the same thing, right? Scud came to Duel Links, it would be a farce for any of the characters. So the problem with Scud, right? Scud is a big, like, red flag, because he's from a movie that was only like an hour and a half long. So they just are going to put anyone and anything they can from that. I'm surprised, like, Duke Devlin and Taya? Is Taya... I'm trying to think now. Is Taya from the movie in as a character? But, like, they would just put anyone. They would just put anyone from the movie in as a character. And DM is so old that they're just, like, putting anything and everything in from DM as well. So, like, DM is sort of the exception. I would not say DM is the rule, right? You have to look at, like, GX, 5Ds, Zexal, like, look at all of those. Like, how many, like, big filler characters are in there, realistically? I understand them not wanting to release cover. Cover loss of fighter. That's an excellent autocorrect, by the way. As soon as Synchros came out, because he is rather strong, I think waiting 4 years was absolutely tone deaf. He's pointless now, even if you give us his assault mode and a skill that lets you play it for free. I mean, yeah, but I don't think Konami care a lot of the time. I think they're quite happy to just have cards be bad, realistically. Looking at possible / at least a bit, but likely characters. Arc 2 Rovian, again, which we've sort of skipped over already. I think you just hold off on Rovian until we get Contact Fusion, personally. Yuna First Appearance, again, Yuna First Appearance was never being released as a character. Like, we're huffing copium if we thought that was going to happen. Maybe Ran. Right, we didn't get Rans. Why would we get Ran, who, like, barely plays and her deck is complete ass? Like, the LeBlanc plants are just so bad. Arc 3, Asuka, which... Asuka would be a good one. How much does Asuka duel in Arc 2? Does she duel at all? Or in Arc 3 even? Or does she wait until Arc 4 to duel? I can't really remember. I know she duels a lot in, like, Arc 4, Arc 5 and 6 even. The Lug is a big one. Neanderstar, again, is a card, a deck I could see skipping as well. Neanderstar has the Seven's Road problem as well, where we don't have Dark Rev, and if you don't have Stray Force, then the Cat deck, it feels like, doesn't really do a lot. So, like, I think it's in a weird spot there as well. So, again, I could see him skipping Neanderstar and coming back to it. Arc 4, none really. Yeah, it's like, what? It's Duty Nishaw, who plays an anime-exclusive deck. Like, you could maybe get Shuabara, who plays the Buster Blader deck, but, like, even that's reaching. And I also, by the way, would not put any of the Zuijo crew in, like, at all. Like, Dinoir and the other guy, I just would not include those whatsoever. Phaser Tremolo, yeah. I think, again, you can get away with just Phaser, but I would like to see Tremolo as a playable character as well. Then Epoch Zion. I think I would love to see Zion come into the game as a character. Again, I don't think they have to do him. I would be surprised if they didn't do Epoch, though, to be honest. Maguto, please. Alright, I would love Maguto. I would love for Maguto. I do not think we're getting Maguto. I'm sorry to say. Kawaii, yeah, basically it's just Kawaii. Arc 9, Arc 9 Darkmeister, maybe CPU? I really hope we don't get CPU. But again, I think Darkmeister covers the Darkmen. I don't think... I would like to see the Darkmen. Like, I mean, to be honest, I'd like to see every character get brought out. Maybe there's a world in which you do one of the Darkmen, like Sabius, but, like, realistically, I don't think it's likely to happen. To be honest, I think we will skip Yuna until Contact Fusions, just like how they skipped Tiger and Miracle Fusions. The thing is, Yuna's deck was very prominent before Contact Fusions came out. So you could... Like, the deck is still very strong pre-Contact Fusion. Whereas, like, Wind Psychic was really bad until Contact Fusion. So it's like... that. And Wind Warriors is exactly the same. Wind Warrior was ass on Music Princess until they got their Fusion stuff. So now they got the Fusion stuff. Now it's pretty good. Plant Support comes end of service. It's basically going to be Tachikaze of Duel Links. She duels in that arc, but a lot more later. I love Demolition Dragons. Bring Asuka to the game or else, Konami. Dinwa's deck hasn't been printed, so it wouldn't make sense to put her in. Yeah, exactly. I also don't think she's an interesting character. I don't think most people could be asked to play as her. Her deck's really crap as well. It hasn't been printed, and she duels like twice. So it's like, I don't know why we'd bother putting her in as a character. I could see Asuka and Zion released together. I mean, they don't usually do double character releases, and those two don't have a lot in common, but they do duel once. CPU plays Cybersplice, right? CPT. The Cybersplice one. Yeah, I don't see us getting CPT or CPU, but... maybe. But yeah, that's kind of that. We've kind of talked about the big update. Hopefully it's something cool. Hopefully we do get some stuff for Rush. There is an EDO tournament today. The EDO Rush Weekly 27. So I will probably be playing in this. I haven't, like... I don't know if I can yet. If anyone's interested in playing EDO, you should enter. It's a fun time. It's run by Monosync. Everyone loves Monosync. Monosync's the GOAT. So you should always play in this. I guess the next thing I'll go over is this. This is a Digimon Storytime Stranger story trailer. This is the new Digimon game, and I've personally always been like a big fan of the Digimon games, so we're going to watch the trailer quick, because I haven't seen this yet.
Peggy 12.
Again, I've always really enjoyed the Digimon games. So, like, I'm looking forward to this.
The Titans have of late begun making incursions into every corner of our digital world, Iliad. Once peace has been restored to this digital world and the people of Iliad, I should be able to open the gate. If you wish to open the gate, you must aid in the efforts of the Great Guardian.
This doesn't look very Digimon-y. Like, the world...
I'd be sticking with him no matter what. After all, that's what we promised back on that starry night in Shinjuku.
You were the one who found me in the underground below Shinjuku. That wasn't a coincidence.
See, this is what I don't like. I don't like the kid.
Very far away.
Like, I assume he's a Digimon.
And a different time.
But it really bothers me.
I'll always keep protecting you and watching over you. Like the stars in the night sky.
I am aware that there are others like yourselves who are capable of coexisting with Digimon.
I realize that life has done nothing but take. And you know who's behind all of it? Digimon.
It's dangerous. Too dangerous.
So that guy is the kid? Digivolve?
Misono and Agiomon. The most plausible source of the anomaly.
But he's got like a red version and a blue version?
From this moment forward, they're to be recognized as Class A anomalies. Go at once and eliminate Agiomon, along with Inori Misono.
The natural laws of the world have already begun to break down.
Okay. We got a cool looking villain Digimon.
Willing to face destiny beside you. The time of the world's end draws near. When all the clock's lamps are lit, the truth shall be revealed. A story about the natural laws of the world is about to begin.
So I think that trailer looked like it was for a pretty good JRPG, but it didn't look like it was a trailer for a Digimon game. I think that's my concern with it. Are you going to play the Digimon TCG Simulator when it comes out? It's called Elysium. So I want to, but I want there to be a PC client. That is my big thing. Release a PC client. Because, like, otherwise I have to emulate it. Because I'm not going to, like, play it on my phone, realistically. Can Bandai Namco give us Xenosaga? No. No badge. They're not allowed. Yeah, this game is based around the Olympus 12. Here's very important. I don't know what Olympus 12 is. Red, blue, and green versions. Youthberg, is that you? I mean, you're just by calling him Youthberg, you're immediately making it more palatable. I'll tell you that much. He's actually an older Digimon. He's a known quantity. He's like has like 12 forms. I see. What's he like from? Is he from a different game, or is he from a manga, or is he from a something? Isn't Digimon games generally inconsistent with each other? So they are in a... I mean, it depends what you talk about, right? Because there's Cyber Sleuth, which are like 2 games that are kind of parallel with each other, and those are very consistent. Then you've got like every other game is kind of doing its own thing. But I don't know, the digital world to me has always been like an amalgamation of like digital stuff. Like this looks okay, right? We've got the gears going on, we've got like random real world things as well as like random crap spewing about. But when it was like the forests and stuff, like this to me, this doesn't scream digital world. Like this picture itself. I don't know. Basically, all of the above, the Olympus 12 are basically just another group of Digimon, like the 13 Royal Knights, or the 7 Great Demon Lords and the Vortex Warriors. I see. Because, I don't know, the kid, like, just doesn't interest me, like, at all. I don't like the fact that he's just, like, in the party, but also he's gonna fight. It would be like... So my analogy here, it would be like if Ash Ketchum, like, just went in and started fist fighting along with his Pokemon. I think it's just weird. I think it's strange. I don't know, maybe that's just a me thing. Because again, it looks like it's going to be a good story, right? Digimon makes me want to... What? Digimon makes me want like a Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Vanguard game similar to the Digimon games. I mean, yeah, it would be cool, right? It would be really, really cool. Tomato doesn't know of Marcus. Isn't Marcus the guy that does, like, go around punching things? Because there was also a show called Monster Rancher back in the day, where the main character, again, would fight alongside his monsters. Now, just the fact he's a humanoid-shaped, a lot of the Digimon games have the Digimon speaking a lot and taking part in the story. Just looks like a human, but he's a Digimon. Yeah, but that's the thing that annoys me, the fact he looks like a human. At least, pretty much every other Digimon that's like a humanoid, or like is very much looks like a human, but like in armor or whatever, is like an Ultimate or a Mega. So when, like, bro looks like he's, like, a rookie, because he's obviously a child. So, I don't know, that just, like, throws me off. I don't know. I don't like it. I just don't like it. Alright. But for now, I think it's time to actually play some Rush. I want to play some Rush. So we're going to do that. We'll go over the Shadowverse stuff later. For now, I just want to jump into play some Rush games. Now, this is going to be our very, very, very first game playing actual Music Princess. So, we're probably going to make some mistakes. But let's see what happens. Well, we have immediately queued into Rarity. Okay. Can I share one replay that isn't super long? I don't know if we can trust you, Bez. Alright, the only way this, like, really sucks is if she is able to, like, turn 1, drop the, full orchestra. That's what it is. Okay, we have Digisoon. We search the fusion. Summons out Horn Knives. We go for the mill. We mill a spell. That's really good for us. That also means that's a Battle Ballet gone. We are going to summon out Digisoon. Summon out Boton. Activate Fusion. So now the question is going to be, are we going to be discarding 2 cards? If we do, we'll take a lot of damage here. But we won't have any other cards to worry about. So we are going to activate the effect. We send 1 monster up to 4,000. Okay, we are still taking a lot of damage. And there is 1 back row, but if it's not a legend trap, we don't have to worry about it too much. 3,500 damage is not ideal, but, you know, is what it is. Alright, let's go Pot of Greed first. How do we want to play this? We're probably going to go Horn Knives. See about getting that back, and then we'll go from there. Alright, Horn Knives. Activate. Sure, we'll grab this back. So now we will go ahead and activate the skill. Reveal, I guess we'll reveal Ensemble Fighter. Add this to hand. I guess we'll start with this one. Tribute over to summon. Summon you. Are we going to need another one? We're going to tribute over this. Potentially. But we've already used the fusion, so maybe we don't do that. This is just kind of stuck on the ball. That's annoying. Yeah, the play was to hold the skill. Because now we're going to get stuck with that. Okay, we get rid of that. So we can just activate that. Get rid of that from hand. So we'll make this by using this from grave. This from hand. Summon it out. Activate. This is only number of monsters, right? Number of monsters sent, yeah. And then that should just be lethal, right? That should be 2,000 plus 35 plus 1,000. So the better play to make would have been... Instead of summoning Horn Knives, we could have just tributed over. That way we guarantee 3 monsters. We also could have used the skill after we had used 1 fusion, because we had cards to spare, right? So we could have just like... Well, we could have summoned the Horn Knives, tributed 2, summoned. Then summon, activate fusion, go into the full orchestra. Activate the skill, take back the fusion to hand. Then summon, fuse with that. Or we could have just kept the fusion in hand... and then just use both copies of Ballet, because I think we had enough monsters in Graveyard to make that work. I'm pretty sure we could have done that. But, it worked out in the end, so it didn't really matter, right? Requiem Sleeves? Okay, we'll do Requiem Sleeves in a sec. What the fuck is his hand? A bit happens. GG Tomato, I didn't even realize it was you until the end. GG's Rarity. Yeah, we got very lucky there. We did get very, very lucky. We had a very, very strong hand. Tomato uses APK to Godhand. I came on stream, so I didn't see the hand. I just came on stream. I see. Well, I mean, again, it's one of those things where if I'm streaming and people do look at the hand, it's like, it's whatever, right? Because I'm streaming, I'm inviting it, right? So if people do look at my hand, it's whatever. When you get a strong hand, this deck is nuts. Yeah, it did feel really good, and we didn't play it optimally. There was definitely some better stuff we could have done there. But we'll have to see if we can improve as we go on. Was there anything I want to change? Oh, right, we need to change our sleeves. That was the first thing. And Baz wants us to watch a replay, so we'll watch Baz's replay, I suppose. You want the Requiem sleeves. We're going all out on the Requiem. Alright, Baz, are you my friend? That is step 1 of this process. Badge is our friend. Okay. So far it's working out quite well. Nathan Senpai. This name sounds familiar. Bro is playing Miss Mutton. Okay. Let's see. Right, let's watch Badge's replay. Let's see how it does. Yo, is that Urabi? We got the Tiger Mirror, but we do know that one player is playing Miss Mutton. Does sound very familiar. I mean, that's the thing with the Rush community, right? We're all quite tight-knit. If we could read Japanese, we'd probably recognize a lot of those names as well. Horn Knives comes down, discards the Boton, adds it back to hand, a 3/1. We're going to summon another Horn Knives. We are going to send the Digisoon to the graveyard there. We set 3 and we are going to pass. We're going to summon 2, tribute them. So this is Miss Mutton, Hero, Servant of the Dawn. Okay. Here comes Trombeau. We're going to use Breath. Add the fusion to hand. We're going to tribute to summon out the Digisoon, summon out the Boton, activate the fusion. Go ahead and combine our monsters together into full orchestra. Not full orchestra. Divine Breath, that's the one. The orchestral music fiend. We'll activate Battle Ballet. And this will go ahead and summon out the actual full orchestra. But full orchestra, unfortunately not going to be able to do much here. Like, we could have discarded a monster to gain a bit of attack, but... Elemental Circulation is going to come down, revealing the Thunder Giant. We're going to send the Clayman to the graveyard, but we are going to see... Interestingly, we're going to flip both of our guys down with the Shiny Shady. We're then going to attack over both of these monsters, clearing the board. Music Princess Breath is going to be activated again. We're going to reveal the Ensemble Fighter. We're going to add back the fusion to our hand. We're going to summon out Horn Knives, activate Horn Knives. We are going to mill the Ensemble Fighter, add back Boton to the hand. We're going to tribute it to summon out Ensemble Fighter, summon out the Boton, activate the fusion. We are going to be able to pop that back row as long as it isn't like very specifically, I don't know, like Compulse. So we'll go ahead and discard a card, pop it, it was a fusion. Music Princess's Battle Ballet is going to come down again, and we are going to make full, well, again, I keep wanting to say full orchestra, Divine Breath again. And we're just going to attack over these monsters again. This, I don't know, this is like the most tame game of all time. We're just like slowly slugging back and forth. Okay, we're going to use Miracle Fusion. I can only assume that, yeah, Burst Wingman's coming out. Shiny Shady is going to come down, flip down 2 of these cards, which is going to force Nathan just to set a bunch. Avian Spell Tactics is going to come down, which just allows us to put a card to the top of our deck. We're going to activate the skill again, add back the fusion, summon out the Music Princess Boton. We're going to tribute to summon the Ensemble Fighter. We're going to just attack over all of these monsters. We just unfortunately have no way to get any kind of reasonable damage in. I mean, if we had the Digisoon in hand... Nah, it still doesn't matter. No, it does matter, because we could have theoretically, if we had the Digisoon, just tributed into another Divine Breath, and then got the piercing effect off of it. Right, Secret Order's going to come down. We're going to summon out Sparkman. Servant of Dawn is going to boost, allowing us to crash, but we're only on 500 life points, so a 3000 monster would do it. Music Princess's Breath again. We just cannot stop having these high-level Wind Warriors in our hand. Boton's going to come down. We'll tribute it to summon out Digisoon. Summoning out Boton. Activate Fusion. Divine Breath. So, unless that back row is something impressive, this is probably going to be it. We are going to discard 2 monsters. We are going to attack in. There is no Legend Trap, so that is the game. Good job, Baz. Good job. I miss the old Gaia skill. Just coming out from downtown there. Hello, Reggie Master, by the way. The piercing effect being discard based can make it awkward sometimes. Yes, it absolutely can do. I mean, there were still opportunities there where we could have used it, but... Alright, let's go. Let's queue into another game. Now with our powered up Requiem sleeves, we'll see if Bankai's selection is going to be lucky or not. Fingers crossed, eh? The sets seem to be rising. Ah, okay. Alright. Here's Yuga. Now, if this is the maximum, this is going to be a very, very hard game for us. Alright, well, this is the play. Let's see what happens. What's wrong was Trap Hole. Ah. Good old Trap Hole. Master Axel Road. Okay. I think this is better for us than playing against the Maximum, because the Maximum's very awkward for us. Okay. We've got the Mage. Part of me is like, I could just flip this down at the same time, it doesn't really matter. I think we just let this go. I could flip down here. It saves me from potentially taking some damage. Having this in my hand, though, is quite nice. We'll let this go. If he does a fusion, we'll flip it down. I think just holding on to this is probably better. Okay. So we're going to take 27, but we've guaranteed that our skill is on. Which is still quite nice. Now the downside here is we haven't drawn... Right, there's the Boton. Okay, so that gets us going at the very least. So we will go ahead and activate the skill. We don't have Ensemble Fighter as well, which is also really annoying. We'll grab the fusion here. We will go ahead and summon Brasaxophone. No delay, so he doesn't have the, God, what's the trap called? Execute Your Riding. Don't have to worry about that. We'll tribute to summon this. Oh, he does have riding. Wait. This has... There was definitely no delay before. But if it was riding, he should have been able to summon out Seven's Road Mage on the summon. Unless riding isn't on normal monsters? I mean, maybe. This does make things very awkward for us, though. Alright, we'll normal summon Boton. Activate Fusion. We are just going to go for this, because we have to force whatever he's got anyway. If we had Ensemble, this would be really, really good, but not having Ensemble does kind of suck it. Alright, Divine Breath comes out. Does have the riding, so is this only on normal effect monster? Yeah, it's been so long since I've had to worry about it. Okay. Oh, we only have 4 in the graveyard. That is actually kind of annoying. Okay. Summon, discard, draw. I could change it to defense if I wanted to. Alright, we are going to summon this. We are going to activate the effect. I don't see a reason to not discard this. Change itself to defense. Then I am going to activate this. I could bring this back now. That's actually really annoying. So now I wish I'd kept the other one. Actually, I guess it doesn't really matter. Popping that last back row, I don't know if it is relevant right now. So I think we're going to do this. Summon you. Then we're definitely setting this. The question is, are we keeping these in hand? I'm quite tempted to. Since he's got 2 of these, I think we probably just swing over this, right? Because like we had some different options there, but none of them were like really satisfying. I think I just prefer this play. Magical Stream is annoying. As long as it doesn't have a second one, though, it doesn't... I mean, I guess I'm happy I didn't set this. But, like, that is so irritating. He hasn't used the skill yet. I mean, you're not going to have 7 different names. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it doesn't have piercing. And then just this for the sake of it, I guess. Okay, I mean, all we need to do is discard 2 monsters. And we can just attack over that. So, like, that's fine. If we assume the back row is nothing. If I use this, get out another one, boost its attack up. What's the cap we can get to? It'd be plus 4,000, so that would be 10,000. Yeah, so we don't have lethal no matter what, so there's no point in, like, pushing for that. Or do we? Because I could change that to defense. That's an extra 2,000 damage. So 10,000 minus... Yeah, so that should be lethal if his back row's nothing. No, it's not, because I can change him to defense, but I lose 1,000, so it's 9,000 minus... I think that's still lethal. I think it is still lethal. Right, we'll summon this. No delay. Activate. Send this. Yes. Change this to defense. Activate Battle Ballet. Summon this. Using this. And this. Summon this out. So 14, and then that's Dave. Okay, we're fine. Trying to do maths is just not my strong point. I should probably just have a calculator. It would save me so much time and effort, but at the same time, we got there in the end. We did get there in the end. Change my game map. Okay. What do you want, Gunkan Ship Shari? Is this deck strong? I mean, we have played a whopping 2 games with it. We played against 1 mirror and 1 meta-relevant deck. And we have won both, so... Tristan mat. Do you want the Tristan mat with like, all the faces? It's an event? You want this one? I assume you want Attack of the Tristans. The chibi one. Well, this is also kind of the chibi one. But I'm going to assume you want this one. Hey, Whistling Bird. Hello. Welcome. And I thought the Miracle Fusion is busted, but that spell. Yeah, it's really good. It's really good spell. Why is she not level 35 yet? I mean... I've had no reason to, like, spam level her up. And there's, like, nothing to get off her that matters other than the gems, I suppose. I'm going to assume, then, that yours is already level 35. Oh. Same reason why Go Rush isn't stage 30 for me. Yeah, my thing's, like, I don't know, 22 or something. Like, I haven't bothered. But the cards for the collection? Yeah, but they're not going anywhere. It's not like I'm going to miss out. They're going to be there in like next week. Well, we can turn the skill on immediately. So this is just a summon of Divine Breath. The question is going to become... Is it worth making a Divine Breath? I think in some ways, no. Like, with this hand, I think I potentially... If he sets 3, I think I might flip one up and just try and attack with a Digisu. See, now it's not going to be anywhere near as much damage, so it's not as exciting. But does making a 3k guy mean anything here? Right, we reveal this. We grab this. We'll go Trombo. Activate Trombo. That's not the best mill in the world, if we're being honest. 1500 attack is a little bit of a shame, but it is what it is. Top card of the deck to the graveyard. That's actually a really nice mill. It's 3 in the bin at the moment. Let me just swing over this. Okay. I mean, this feels okay. Now, the downside is we do have a 1500 on the board. So we could take a lot of damage, especially if he can break our back row. But if he just has to go into the Grand Slam, then we're probably fine. Curse the Rising Light. Okay. Got 2000 defense still. Outfielder comes down. Sets a back row. Goes to battle phase. Guys, I don't think we can use this as a replay. I have a feeling. Yeah, I don't think we can use that one. I also don't want to nice it because it seems rude. I would have liked to get a baseball replay. I don't think we can use that one. I don't think that one's allowed. So my guess is he thought the defense was lower, right? And then that would have been a fine play, but like... So this is not the... Realistically, we were never losing this, right? Like, he would have had to snipe our trap hole. Otherwise, this version of the deck, you have to go entirely into Grand Slam to do anything. The second Grand Slam hits, we just trap hole and we win, right? We've also managed to avoid the maximum so far. We'll see if we can keep that up or not. I mean, this deck feels pretty cool. It feels pretty good, but like, we're not... It's not really a trial by fire until we play against, like Galaxy and Hero, right? Alright. Is this the mirror? Is this Heroes? This is probably Heroes or Sidra. Could be either, really. I think we just set this, you know. I mean, as is, we do have the skill for next turn. If we have to use Shady, then it's whatever, right? If we have to use Shady, we have to use Shady. Right, it is Sidra. He is going to use the Pog. Barrage still. Please do not snipe the trap card. Okay. That's arguably the best one. Adds Proto. Summons Proto. Summons out Dog. Tributes for another Cyber Dragon. Is going to activate the fusion. Okay, so we have to flip this down. We don't really get a say in that. I could flip both down. That's not bad. Whoop, whoop. I'll take my 15. Alright. I really need a boss monster. There is a boss monster, so we're fine for that. We have the 2 Boton. We'd have to get the fusion back from the graveyard either way. There's no reason to not just Pot of Greed first. Okay. Not much has changed with that. I need to get cards into the graveyard right now, I feel. There's no benefit in getting a second one of those back, so we'll flip up Horn Knives. Oh, something to turn you normal summon it? That's boring. Okay. With that in mind, we'll go ahead and activate Music Princess's Breath. Reveal the Digisoon. Add the fusion to hand. It comes down to, are we going to make a double fusion play? Is there a reason to make a double fusion play? I mean, there isn't not a reason to make a double fusion play. Tribute to summon. Then we go Boton, activate Digisoon. We're only going to have 3 cards in hand. We could go double piercing. We would go up to 9,000 minus his defense, which is 21 and 16. So that's 37 off of 9, which means it's not lethal. Because the alternative is that we summon that, use that. I don't think that is better, personally. Alright. We'll go for the fusion here. Summon out the Divine Breath. Then we'll go Battle Ballet. Make another one. Alright, 700. Yo, is that Cyber Dragon? So we can use the skill to grab the fusion. Really, I mean, the fusion on its own doesn't bother us, though. So he does add the fusion. So he has to make Cyber End to attack over these. Right, we are going to trap hold that, because there's probably not going to be a better option. Two back row pass, okay. I mean, that's a little bit sad, but we can get a discard draw. Summon Trombo, no delay, activate Trombo. I think it's always you, right? I mean, that's an interesting draw. Because it will protect us, right? Because we can, this turn, can I take track cards on your Wind Attribute Warriors declare an attack? This is definitely a Wind Attribute Warrior. And since we know there wasn't anything on summon of that monster, we can summon this, activate the effect. Send this, so now he cannot activate when my Wind Warriors declare attacks this turn. Go to battle, swing. Yeah! Alright. We managed to defeat the meta threat that is Cyber Dragons. At least we have that going for us. Getting to stage 30 for Go Rush World is worth it just for the cutscene at the end. I mean, like, I haven't seen the cutscene, so I can't say if I agree or disagree with that statement, but I don't know, this deck feels okay. But I think a big thing is that we have been getting, I don't want to say we've been getting lucky, but I feel like our opponents haven't been getting lucky. Like, most of the time, our opponents are making, like, really mid boards. Oh, it's Shadobo. So Shadobo is a player from Tenshimu, I believe. I'm guessing he's just testing out V-Friend. Set, pass. We have to draw half of our fusion, which we didn't, which is a little bit sad, but it is what it is. We'll reveal the Digisoon here. With this setup, we're probably grabbing fusion? Right, normal summon, nothing. Tribute over it to summon this. No delay. How greedy do we feel? let's not get too greedy, right? Let's go battle. Let's just swing with this. So he has got a battle trap. And it's card restoration. Okay. So he is going to get to look at our back row and pop one, which is a little bit annoying. But I mean, he was always going to do that, right? I finally caught a stream. Hello, hello, Icy Gamer. Welcome, welcome. Good old exclamation mark Icy in the chat. Welcome on in. Yeah, your streams keep getting really weird, Icy. You keep doing them at like 2 AM for me. And I'm like, well, what am I supposed to do with this? I could activate this just to flip that down to force him to summon another guy. I don't know if that is actually super beneficial to me, but I could do it. Keeping this in hand could also just be better. I think we'll let him do it. We'll just let him do it. He's got a second jump check, because that then means that we know he has another jump check, right? Okay. Psychic Composition. He adds back the Giftaris just for the attack boost to get over this. That tells me he probably didn't draw. The card for draw probably wasn't card for turn. It was probably not V-Friend. What's good? Hello, Julius Caesar. Welcome, welcome on in. How Music Princess been? I mean, this is like our 5th game, but we are undefeated with it so far, so that's at least something. 2 back row. We know one of them is a back row hate. Ouchies. We're unfortunately still just not drawing what we want to be drawing, which is very sad. I mean, we kind of have everything we need. Kind of. As is, we could get 1 out, get 2 out, pierce over for not a lot. It will depend on the draw. Right, we'll go for it anyway. We'll summon this. Okay, so he does have a delay, which is like mildly irritating. We will go ahead and activate the effect. We'll change this to defense. So now, activate the skill. Add this to hand. Tribute over this. Normal Boton. Activate Fusion. Into full orchestra. This will then force the back row. So we know what that back row is. We go Battle Ballet. We go 1, we go 2. We send this. We don't bother sending that because there's no reason to, because we only gain attack based on the monsters. We set this. We know it's going to get popped, but... Get in for 4,000. So if he draws the boss now, there's not really a lot we can do about it, unfortunately. If he just draws V-Friend, which he should at least have 1 copy in hand by now. Unless he's, like, unlucky. Have you speculated on what you think the big update will be? So we were talking about it. It was just like... We're expecting... The DM skins, right? Like, I would really like there to be a new mode, but I don't know if that's going to happen. Like, for the most part, we were speculating about Rush stuff, to be honest. And for Rush, there's not, like, a lot of options, right? Right, here comes the jam. Check. He gets to look at that and pop it. It wasn't going to be live anyway. DM Rush Reboot World, where Dan Green will announce it in a promo screaming, "Get ready for the Rush." Imagine, imagine. New paywalled box, probably. I mean, we hope not. But hello, Karma. Tomato, you have to check out the new photo the world's players posted. It's 2 peak. Alright, let me have a look. Is it posted in our server? Oh my god. Are you talking about this, like, Paris Quantum one? Because that is pretty good. Are we just dead? I think we're... Yeah, we are just dead. Right, here you go. Behold. That's our world champion right there. Carried aloft. Well, unfortunately, we did lose the game. We will save this replay. It's kind of sad that we only barely lost, but really, the reason we lost this duel was because our opponent activated Shady and we didn't activate Shady. That is literally the difference in what happened here. Like, if we were able to resolve a Shady, I think we just win there. And if our opponent didn't resolve his Shady, we just win there. But unfortunately, the Shady difference was real. Geo just watches. Yeah, I don't feel like it will be Rush related because they probably wouldn't have released a Rush character recently if it was. I'm expecting them to announce Rush something, but it'll be, you know, the big thing is going to be very focused on speed, is what I would imagine. If they announce nothing Rush at all, that would be the biggest kick in the teeth. Right there in Paris already. Yep. The boys. The thing is, Paris is like, he's like 6'8" or something, and Quantum's like 5'4". I mean, that's not an ideal hand, if we're being completely honest. I'd need to have a normal monster in the graveyard for this to work nicely. I don't really want to leave it in attack position. But I also don't want to... I'd rather have this in attack position, I think, than have these two in my hand. So we're going to do this. We're going to leave him in attack mode. Or leave her in attack mode. What are our mills? I mean, losing Battle Ballet isn't exactly great, but it is what it is. Set, pass. I mean, I don't hate that. So ideally we leave this on the board. We don't have Battle Ballet. Realistically, we're not going to get another one. Tributing the extra card doesn't mean a lot for me then. So we will just activate the skill now. Although, we can just summon this. But then we wouldn't be able to get that anyway. Getting a second fusion monster doesn't mean anything. So we'll activate this now. Reveal ensemble. Grab this. Oh, no, I should have... No, we absolutely fumbled that. Yeah, we should have attributed 2. That was just really silly. Because now I can only attribute 1. Alright, he had the delay anyway, so it doesn't matter as much. He is going to use the trap hole. Okay. In which case... Yeah, it doesn't really matter then. We'll go ahead and use Trombo. We probably don't need Saxophone. Yeah! This into attack mode. We'll summon out Horn Knives. Activate Horn Knives. Oh, thank you for getting rid of Pot of Greed. I'm just going to get some cheap damage. Yeah, the play... So what I should have done is not activate the skill, just tribute 2 to make room for the Boton. So we had the trap hole, so it didn't matter. So that doesn't really... Again, it doesn't really matter. But it was still the wrong play. It was still very much the wrong play. What could they announce, though? Yeah, I would expect, like, a structure deck in the next box, right? If this guy pops both of my traps now, I'm going to be so upset. Okay. When he knows I've got the other trap now. Right. Just do not have a third back row hate. I swear to God. Isn't it too soon? I mean, they effectively can release boxes within a month of each other, right? Of course he has 3 back row fucking hate. Okay, bro. Yeah, I mean, they don't have to release it immediately, right? They would just be like, new box coming in 2 weeks. Well, that's fine. Dragis structure makes sense. Even more Dragis. We'll get supports on OCG soon. You know what's the major update they announced? I mean, we don't know. We're just speculating, right? Wish there'd be more trombones in Music Princess. Yeah? It's never too soon for a new box. Exactly. I haven't even finished this one. I mean, it happens sometimes, right? I think the shortest time we've had between 2 boxes was 3 weeks. I want to say it was 3 weeks. I don't think it was 2. I think it was 3 weeks. But I don't expect that, you know, that's not the norm. That's just the shortest we've had. I'm still so annoyed this guy just used 3 back row hate on us. Like, come on, bro. Let me play the game, you jerk. Oh, we just have nothing as well. Well, that sucks. Especially because he can use Thunder Giant to pop this. So he's going to get a direct attack in. Getting back a normal monster isn't going to do anything. So there's no reason to sit on this. Well, this is a opponent opened custom. And we have... we've bricked. So this is not a great example of a game, unfortunately. I hope they will give more space in extra deck, and 1 extra zone for spell and monster would also be better. 1 extra zone for spell and monster is the weirdest thing I've ever heard someone say. I like the idea that, like, 3 is too little, 5 is too much. 4 is the sweet spot, right? We just need the 4. Well, that would be such a strange change. What's Tomato's favourite instrument? What is my favourite instrument? I think we just let this happen, to be honest. Right now, this isn't lethal. He can use the skill to get rid of this, whatever's here anyway. And if he fuses, then we're already dead, right? So we have to save this for in case he uses the skill. And then normal summons something better. Circulation is whatever. Can't do anything about this either way. My favourite instrument. I've never been a particularly musical person. If I was ever to learn an instrument, it would be the violin. So I've always, like, if ever I was going to learn any form of an instrument, it would definitely be a stringed instrument. Like, I have no interest in a, what do you call them? Like trumpets and trombones and what's that category of instrument called? Rush Extra Monster Zone. Please no. Please no. More space in the extra will probably be good. Just for Matarian and Hero, yeah. I mean, other decks will get that eventually. Yeah, we're just dead. There's nothing we can do here. Alright. I mean, again, that game was not a very good example because that's just us bricking and him getting 3 back row hate, right? Otherwise, that game goes completely different, but it is what it is. We're going to have shit games occasionally. Wind? Wind doesn't sound right. Because I thought wind, and I was like, that doesn't sound correct. They stated major, that's what I was talking about. I mean, I think they're going to use buzzwords to try and generate hype more than anything. I think what they mean is it's going to be more than just like a box, right? I think that's just what qualifies as major. Well, there's Straight Pierce, the old singular copy. I mean, I guess we summon this, see if there's a delay, activate it, and see what we search based on that. So, summon. No delay. Activate Horn Knives. Of course we didn't get a monster. Just any, we didn't even need a normal monster. Just any monster would have been nice. I mean, if he's playing the maximum, we don't really want to go like super ham. I think we just do this. And then we pass, as weird as it sounds. But then again, if he's playing like the aggressive version of the maximum deck, nah, we're just going to do this. We're just going to do this. The issue is, because we don't know if he's playing the maximum or the fusion version, it's really difficult to work out what we're doing here. Okay, it's the fusion deck, so we're going to get absolutely bullied here. Yeah, I'm just going to go next, you know. CBA, we read it wrong. We read it wrong. It is what it is. They say major event every year. But the thing is, every year they introduce like a new world, right? And introducing a world kind of is a major event. So it's like... That's why this year, and I guess last year as well, are so exciting. Because last year, there was a quite large majority of people that didn't think we were going to get Go Rush World. My mind is going to percussion. Yeah, percussion instruments, right? That's the word. Wait, what's major? What are we referencing? We talk about the update that they've put in. But in next year, we will get contact and rituals. Getting both would be a bit weird, I think. Major update will be crafting because Konami watched the Farfa video page. Could you imagine if like Farfa had that much power? We just need some cool features from the China Duel Links. What update? They've posted like the stuff that's coming. It's in game. It's on DLM. It's everywhere. Come on, Manicist, keep up, Manicist. What are you doing? I guess we're gonna do just a set 3 play. See what happens. Fingers crossed. I mean, that is annoying. The fact that he just gets to do that turn 2, just gets the free damage in and the free plus. But I mean, that's just curse, right? That is just curse. I've been in a meeting with my boss's boss. I've missed some things. Lenny B, bro. Nope. Call yourself a Rush fan, not even keeping up with the news. And just gets a casual +2 as well. We are getting like giga sacked here. Bro loses the coin toss, but ends up being a good thing because he opens Curse. We didn't open a trap card to interact with him in any way. He's summoned out the Argent, who has got a free +2. So bro is already up 3 cards. It's a miracle that we didn't get Ghost Cycloned as well. There's Avian Spell Tactics, just to pop the last card that we had anyway. We are getting giga sacked. Like, this is the most sacked I have felt all day. Tell you what, United, you can have a purge for that. We don't accept people being rude in the chat. Where can you watch Worlds? It's going to be... There's a couple of different streams, depending on which game it is. I can post it in a bit. Christ, this hand. I mean... We... What do I do with this? We could just set 3. In fact, we could just set 5. Pass. The issue is, we know he plays Curse, so we could just flip something up and get a load of damage in. But trying to do anything without the skill feels really bad. The other option is Gamble. Just Gamble with Trombo. But it's just going to be a 1... That's right, we're just gonna set. We're just gonna set a pile of cards. And we're gonna hope. I think that's the play. Because like gambling just feels really bad. Because like if the draw is a boss monster, that puts us in like an okay spot. But if we mill the boss monster, we then still get to potentially summon it, but it's really difficult to play around all of the possible back row. What did I say it was rude? Posting rude emotes in chat. Come on, don't play dumb. Don't play dumb. Does Hero want to go first? Generally, every deck kind of wants to go first. Like, just having the advantage of going first is generally really good. Like, unless you're specifically playing things like Curse or... like Essel. Obviously, no one's really playing Essel anymore. Grime was playing Brush last night, and every SRM Ghost Cyclone him turn 1. It was funny. I mean, it's just one of those things, right? It's just one of those things. That stream last night was generational. 8.5 hours of suffering. I watched a decent amount of it, but I had, like, some other bits and bobs to get on with, and then did the Vrains watch along, so we did enjoy that. What's your profession, Tomato? So I don't tend to talk about my profession that much, just because of the nature of my profession means that it's not difficult to find out a lot of my personal identity and my personal information. If people have access to enough of my information, so I don't tend to like make that stuff public. I genuinely didn't know, but I will appreciate it. Yeah, that's fine. Essel, Tomato's favourite card. God, I hated that card back in the day. The issue here is we are now so far behind that I don't think we can make a comeback. Because if we'll get to a hand that can probably summon a boss, and then he'll just flip it down, and then we won't have a follow-up play. I mean, Trombo makes this a bit easier, but I need a boss. Still no boss. we don't have a ballet, and we don't have a boss monster to make any sort of play. So we're just gonna set 3. What do I... We're 14 cards into the deck and we haven't found a boss. And even when we find a boss, it's still not gonna like just fix all of our problems immediately. Psychic and Old Yuamu skill wants to go second. I mean, kind of. I think they're still fine to go first, though. What on earth do we do with this? We need Ensemble Fighter. I can summon out... Alright. We use this. We reveal this. I mean, we have to summon it, right? Let's grab Fusion. We'll summon out Horn Knives. No delay. Okay. I wasn't ready for no delay. Sure, we'll take back for saxophone here. Tribute over. The summon. I mean, I guess we're just going to go for this. The issue is, I think we're just dead either way, right? Because just by putting a guy on the board, we've now opened up to just kind of dying. Setting this just means it's going to get popped. Summoning this, changing it to defense doesn't do a lot. Boosting its attack up also doesn't do a lot. I mean, I guess we're going to do this because, like, otherwise we've got, like, nothing going on whatsoever. I mean, I guess we just set this. And I guess we're going to do this. Because this isn't going to get used anyway, so that'd just be one less draw. But I think we just die, right? Because he just uses the skill, makes room, summons out Flame Wingman. He's got all the cards in the world, so he just makes Shining and we just lose. I mean, again, this is just a brick game, so, like, we're sat here, like, trying to find a path to victory, but there just realistically isn't one. What we needed was Ensemble Fighter earlier, then we could have made Ensemble, then if he had a trap card that interacts with us, if he had, like, Compulse, there would be nothing we could do, but if he had specifically Shady, we can play through Shady because we've got Trombo. But, like, I guess we kind of needed a custom hand, right? Because we needed an Ensemble and a Music Princess's Battle Ballet. Puts us in a good spot. But then that is so much card investment that we then wouldn't have the trap card left over. I think there just probably wasn't a way to win this game. I think we just bricked and that was it. He can't beat set 3, so it's fine. Yeah, but the thing is, we know he's playing Curse, right? So eventually he was going to be able to beat it. And we had an issue where we had a Shiny Shady and a boss monster. So, like, we could theoretically have just set 3, maybe keep the boss monster in hand. The boss monster represents just permanently having an extra body. But I don't see how we, like, win from that position. That's the issue. Wait, why are we doing this now? Ah, okay. We're just going to do it this way around. That's fair. Surprised you didn't summon Bullfighter and attack both Burst Wingmen. Summon Bullfighter. Who the heck is Bullfighter? Is Bullfighter even a real card? And also, leaving multiple monsters in attack mode is the easiest way to lose, so you definitely don't want to do that. That would be like the worst play we could make. Bullfighter. Blue Tomahawk. Or Saxophone. Horn Knives. Trombo. Oh, Ensemble Fighter, right. I've never heard it called Bullfighter. Now, summoning out that wouldn't... Realistically, it doesn't help, right? It doesn't help the situation. Okay, here's an interesting question. If you were a world competitor, what 5 gets would you bring? I would take... Light Galaxy is obvious. Hero is very obvious. I think Spellcasters is pseudo-obvious. I think there might be 1 or 2 players that don't bring Spellcasters, but I think for the majority, they're going to be bringing Spellcasters. Probably Red Boot. Because, you know, High-Tech Dragons is just a good deck. This guy hasn't got a skill. Alright, we're just going to quit out of this one because, again, we're looking for replays, and we're not going to get a replay of someone who hasn't got a skill. So we'll just get out of that one immediately. I don't know about the 5th. The 5th deck is always a bit weird, right? Because there are, like, some interesting options. Like, there's Jointech, there is Baseball, there is... I don't think anyone's going to take Matarian. Like, maybe. Some differences, but way more card effects and binders, animated game mats, crafting, character unlocks, reruns, free unlocks to Buller's the 2200. That's a big difference indeed. Why Chinese Duel Links can put that on Wiki though. It's so sad that Chinese Duel Links has such like interesting stuff going on. So he just has a Wimp in defense. I mean, I guess we'll just attack over it? I don't know. It should have low defense. I don't know how low, so I'll hit it with the 15. Okay, we could have got an extra 500 damage in. Sure. So it does. Hey, Shade Anarchy, welcome, welcome. Everyone brought casters, we saw the characters. I haven't actually looked at that yet, so I could take a look at it in a minute. All the events was better, just pay to win. I mean, that's fine, right? We just let that go. If he doesn't use the fusion, then that's fine for us as well, right? Okay, he's gonna Why are we discarding Widespread Ruin? What is going on here? Am I getting punked? What is this? We don't have a second, so that doesn't matter. We already have the fusion. We don't have a second boss. We have no way to get to a second boss, so that's also irrelevant. So, there's no reason. I guess we'll do Horn Nice first then. What's in the graveyard right now? What's our normal monster? I mean, do I even need that in my hand? I don't think so. I don't think there's any, like, benefit to it. So we'll say no. Tribute over this. What's going on with my mouse today? Right, we've not used the skill yet. We haven't used the skill yet. Alright, well, we'll use the skill. Tribute 1, then get 2 more in the grave. Yeah, that is fine. But I'm just trying to do, like, very simple maths and really struggling. But we'll do this. Grab this. Tribute this. My mouse playing up is really not helping. We'll summon. Activate fusion. Go 1, go 2. Summon this out. Unfortunately, we don't have the other one. This always seems to happen as well. We always end up with like the one we don't want. Alright, we'll swing over this. Swing over this. Get him for 29. Not exactly the craziest turn, but let's see what he's got. How the win rate been, Vegetable Man? The win rate has been... it was going well at the start, but it has kind of fallen off a bit. We started... I mean, realistically, I'm trying to think, which games did we get, like, actually beaten? Like, actually beaten. Like, when both players got to do what they want to do. The Psychic game went really bad. We've had, like, 2 really bad bricks. And we got absolutely bullied in those 2 brick games. One of the hero games, I think we just straight up lost. I mean, I think we have to do this, right? Otherwise, he just does that. I'm going to flip this and this. Whoop, whoop. So if he has Trombo, he just could flip it back up. But, like, we can't do anything about that. If he just has it, he has it. So I'd say we've been about, like... If we're including the bricks and stuff, we're about 50-50. If we're discounting, like, hard brick games, then... I don't know, like 80% win rate, something like that. The person playing as Serena and Speed brought their Lunalight. They must have done, right? Surely they wouldn't let them play as that character if they weren't going to use that character. Okay. I mean, we are getting a little bit punished for summoning that, but this is still fine. Because we still get to keep one of our monsters either way. Straight Pierce here. Okay. Giorfio is bringing Metarion. Oh, has he got Yuo? And that's why we're saying that. You guys play Master Duel also? I haven't played Master Duel proper in a long time. I used to play it a lot. But I have not touched it in a very, very long time at this point. I mean, this should just be lethal, but we'll play it appropriately. Reveal Digisoon. Add back Fusion. Tribute over. Activate Digisoon. Summon. Activate Fusion. Summon out Divine Breath. Well, was that a good enough game for a replay? Was that a good enough game for a replay? He summoned a Fusion. He didn't have the cards to stop us. He did make a very questionable play where he discarded a Legend Trap for, like, seemingly no reason. So, was it a good enough... we can save it and maybe delete it later. If we get something better. I think that's what we're going to do for that. Whose concert would you prefer to go to? Music, Princess, or Orchest? Probably Music Princess. First off, they have a better name, right? And second off, they're all women. So we're going to do this quick, because why not? Then we're going to go and take a look at the world's players. I want to see what characters that we're bringing. Now, I can't sleep, so I might as well stay up late. I mean, that is a way to go. That is definitely a way to go. Are you playing in Mono's tournament later, Shade? That's my question. I play Master Duel once a month for like 30 minutes just to see how bad the meta is. I think that's the thing, is every time I see anyone talk about Master Duel, it's always like the same stuff every time. Like, you can have fun in Master Duel playing whatever random ass deck you want, but like, generally everyone's playing the same small handful of decks, which is like fine. You do that in every game, right? Every single game you can have fun doing whatever you want with whatever game, with whatever deck you want. But there's always going to be that small handful of, like, very meta decks. My issue is, I like it when there is a deck that is either just outside the meta, so, like, just kind of rogue, or in the meta, but not like the best deck, and I like to play that deck. Because I am a special snowflake, and that is just what I like to do, right? Give me Master Rushdal. I mean, that would be fantastic. Hey, Tomato Chat, how's the Wind deck been treating you? I'm liking it perfectly. Hello, JD Scrub. Yeah, the deck's been good. I would say overall, like, obviously, you know, you're going to brick an occasional game. Your opponent's going to open, like, a custom hand occasionally. Overall, I would say... How does this work? Replays, final stage 1? Here we go. All right, let's take a look at the speed ones quick first. All right, El Ikan. Or Joel. So this is probably Speedroid. Are we expecting Lunalight? Or is that just going to be an archive skill? Are we expecting Salads? I'm trying to think what the format was. Nothing's come out right. So are they still playing the current format? Or is Despia, like, not included here? I'm genuinely like, what format is Speed playing for this? I haven't been keeping track of it whatsoever. He needed no Legend Cap, Giga Chad. I mean, apparently. Oh, he did lose, though. Roa's Music Princess, probably the same level in the 7s. Hello, Dewan. Welcome on in. Red Boot, no. Here in Light Galaxy. Is that Speed Tourney you mentioned? No, it's a EDO tournament. So it's a OCG Rush tournament. For Rush, WCS characters, there isn't much diversity. I mean, we'll see that in a minute, right? Currently, one in Master Duel can confirm the meta is horrible. You're absolutely correct. I play the 20 from Mono. When she loses, does she do a Goku pose? I mean, yeah. I guess kind of. She's just very angry. She's a very angry person. Are you recommending Princess be tier 3 or tier 2? It's one of them. I think it's higher than Rogue. Let's put it that way. That's kind of where I'm kind of leaving it for now. It looked like it. Shadow and Despia could be on anyone. It's all mind games. Despia are included, if I recall correctly. Minimum 3 legendary skills for WCS. But minimum 3 legendary. So they have to use 3 legendary. Because, right, Ancient Gear is kind of obvious, right? Unless we're, you know, like, they're pulling the wool over our eyes, because they can do that, right? They can use popular characters and just not use their skills, right? This is probably Ancient Gear. This is probably the Odd Eyes. I know you can't actually see my mouse. This is probably Odd Eyes. This is Ancient Gear. This... I mean, people aren't going to be playing Salads, right? Yuya and Rio aren't legendary from Weekend. Can we tell that, or are we just saying that? Like, are we just assuming that, or do we know that? Because I can't see a way to tell from this at the very least. Assuming. Okay. Alright, let's have a look at the tier list again real quick. So Despia and Shadow are probably being brought by as many people as possible. So I would assume this and maybe this. The thing is, what is... Like, are they bringing Salads? Are we expecting Salads? Salad is terrible in this meta, like, very bad. That's what I mean. What other skill would you play on Soulburner? Like, surely there's no way Soulburner is... You think Elikan brought Salads? Well, the issue is that, like, there's another one here in Tadashi. There's another one here in Paris. None here, none here, none here, none here, none. No Soulburner, no Soulburner, no Soulburner, no Soulburner, no Soulburner. There's a Soulburner here. So 4 people have brought Soulburner, right? So then it's like, are we expecting all of those Soulburners to be Salads? Guess they have Baelink's protection? I mean, I guess. I don't know. It's a weird one. Because, like, the Odd Eyes deck has been okay. So, like, Yuya could just be Odd Eyes. And then these could be, like, Despia and Shadow, right? I've done a lot of, like, theory crafting into Rush. I've done, like, nothing into Speed. So my question is there any decks that become really difficult to play because of crossover of cards? So, like, Despia and Shadow, do they share, like, any cards that makes it difficult to play one or the other? Like, Droplet? But I guess Droplet's probably going to be a tactical card, right? I would assume. Oh, how does the extra deck get confusing with that? Because, like, everyone would usually play, like, Nightmare Phoenix, right? But is Nightmare Phoenix... I don't know if people would use Nightmare Phoenix as, like, a fucking tactical card. Jorfio is playing with Natarian. Paris and Negative probably use Archive skills for Soulburner. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm leaning towards, personally. Tomato, since Sevens has ended a long time ago, can I tell this to your chat? I mean, if you're going to spoil Sevens, I don't care about spoiling Sevens. Like, you can spoil Sevens, that's fine, whatever. A thing to remember is not all decks are good in the meta, but when people are down to deck 4-5, you're not going to be on meta, and it'll be like playing an older meta. I think it depends, though, right? Because it depends if there's a lot of crossover that makes it so you can't use certain decks. So, for example, I suppose, we're not seeing... Like, the Chimera skill is a Yami Yugi skill, right? So I'm expecting, like, this is probably Chimera, this is probably Chimera. But, like, Paris, or Elikin, for example, here, Elikin, has decided to not bring Chimera, right? Like, he's actively chosen not to. So it's like, then the question becomes, what are you bringing that's more powerful than that? It's like Sky Striker. Like, these could be Sky Striker, but, like, would you... If you're only bringing 2 Archive skills, why would those not be Shadowle and Despia, right? So surely everyone's going to be Shadowle, Despia, and then 3 others. And, like... I don't know. Does anyone think that anyone's going to not bring Despia or Shadowle? Is the question, I suppose. I don't really think so. 3 cards to share in decks seems like it won't matter. Yeah, I mean, in Rush, it's really important. But Speed, I think the decks are so, like, unique. It just is irrelevant for the most part. Sees everyone in Yucca? Is everyone playing baseball? I mean, they could be. Let's talk about Rush. I mean, we're getting the Speed stuff first. Then we'll move over to Rush, okay? Calm your horses. Can we all agree that Luke from Sevens did a better job than Yuga? What do you mean, better job? A lot of people brought Resonator and Chimera, it seems, so I'm wondering if they picked Crimson Gaia as tactical. That's a good shout, actually. That's not a bad shout. Because, like, right, Utopia's obvious. This is probably Resonator. But the issue is, again, everyone's going to hide their picks, right? Like, there's... Like, some people just don't give a shit, right? Like, this is probably not Lyrilusk. I mean, it could be. This is probably not Ra. I mean, again, it could be. But, like, this could be Crystal Beast. Are we... This is just, like, a meme lineup. And I love it so much. But, like, some people are going to actively try and hide their decks, right? By picking characters that would be using skills that they could be on, right? It is Ra. Do we just know that's Ra? Like, is Pyama, is that, like, a Ra player? I think Despia isn't guaranteed, but there should be at least 12 Shadowles, in my opinion. Only 12. Because it's 16 players, right? Although I don't know what they're doing with Shelmy. Like, have they replaced Shelmy, or is it just down 1 player? No heroes? We don't want... Do you really want to see a bunch of Floodgates at Worlds IC? Come on, man. World start for you tomorrow, 10 AM. Will you be streaming? So it starts, I think, at 8 AM for me. I will be doing something. I don't know what that something is. If someone else is streaming and I get invited to be with them, I will just jump on with them. If no one else is streaming it, then I will just stream it myself, right? If someone else is streaming it and I'm not invited, I will either just stream it myself or I'll hang out in their chat. Something will happen. I will be around. Because Saturday is my day off anyway, and I basically got all of Friday off as well. So I should be fine to do whatever tomorrow. Only Quantum bring baseball. Strikers is tier 2 on DLM tier list, so maybe. Same for decks, nice and balanced. The thing is, no one thought of Striker stuff back in August. It is Ra, no heroes. It's either Ra, he brought Lyrilusk because Rin has no good legendary skills. It's hard for me to explain this to you, and if I did, I'd probably get kicked out. Okay. Probably best to not if you think you're going to say something that gets you banned. It's most likely down one player. Sees Leo. Oh my god, Giga Chad brought Mothtronic. I mean, I don't think so somehow, but you never know, right? Very short notice if they replace Shelmy. So what are the rush characters? Alright, since everyone just wants to look at the rush stuff, we'll give up on the speed stuff. Alright. So, Paco, Wako, Taco. So this could be Light Galaxy, this could be Baseball, this could be Red Boot, this could be... Just, I mean, at this point it has to just be 7s, right? What else would you bring on Yuga? And then this is Join Tech. So, going by that logic, one of these is going to be Hero, right? Which one is most likely to be Hero, realistically? I mean, we know this is going to be Light Galaxy. There's no way it's not. This is probably Spellcasters. So it's one of these three is actually their deck, and one of them is definitely going to be a Hero deck. So one of these three is a Hero. That would be my prediction, right? Speed took too long. Where is the Luke? Wait, look, you got to realize, Speed is twice as big, and we probably spent half as much time on it. We're probably not going to see much Luke. How do you get Baseball Girl? You had to unlock her during her event. She'll be back in September. Surely Parko and Latam players are playing Join Tech. There's a chance it's Yuka. For Parko, I would guess he brought Hero and Join Tech, but maybe he brought Baseball. I mean, potentially. I mean, Hero's going to be one of these, right? We just don't know which one. It's almost certainly not this one, and it's almost certainly not this one. That's kind of all we can really get from that. Down here we have Zark. So this is Zark. This is exactly the same. Exactly the same characters. Then we have Giorfio, who is exactly the same, except we've got Yuo instead. I would expect Yuo is probably Heroes, but like who honestly knows? I would expect Yuo to be Heroes. Zenzo, again, it's like the same guys, except instead of Yuhi, it's Giorfio. It's Zuijo. So I mean, again, this is exactly the same. It looks like everyone's on Yuka, right? Yuka, 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 Yuka. Yuka, Yuka, Yuka. So everyone has brought the same 4 characters, except the 5th one is up for grabs. So we've got Quantum Cubes brought Roman. Kiryu brought Zuijo. We've got another Zuijo, another Zuijo, another Zuijo. 2 Yuhi, and only the 1 Yuo. So obviously, I think the weirdest one is Quantum's Roman, right? That's the strangest one. This is almost certainly Heroes, right? The first 3 is Yuga, Yuka, and Udius. Meaning the first 3 are Spellcasters, Heroes, and Light Galaxy. Does Rush have a rule where they have to use a certain number of Legend Archive skills? I believe it's the same. You can only use 2 Archive maximum. So you have to use a minimum of 3 Legendary skills. A lot of variety. Well, the thing is, right? Having 5 different decks is already, like, quite good for Rush. So, like, pushing past that is where it gets a bit, like... We can't expect, like, ridiculous amounts of diversity, right? As well as the fact that a lot of the good Rush skills are just legendary skills, right? So you're not going to see a lot of people getting fancy with it. No Red Boot would be funny. I mean, like any of these people could have just not brought Red Boot, right? Because you would bring Yuka, I think, not Yuka. You would bring Uamu, even if you're not planning to play Red Boot. Because you would bait people into thinking you're playing Red Boot, right? Surely everyone brought the same decks. It's not like a lot of Rush characters, so it was expected. Yeah, basically, right? Yeah, no way the guy who brought Buster Blader is going to bring a meme this time. I mean, Quantum stands by the fact he genuinely thinks Buster Blader was the best 5th deck for the format. So, you know, looking at it like that, he wasn't memeing, right? Surely no one's sneaking into worlds with trap pigeons and will win worlds. I don't think that's going to happen somehow. I got cooked against Red Boot Fusion, a lot against Starling. Are you talking about OCG? Or are you talking about Duel Links? But yeah, there's not like, again, there's not much interesting stuff to dissect from this. Like the speed stuff, there was so much more interesting things to say. This is just, everyone's brought the same 4 guys. Amazing. Duel Links? Ah, I see, I see. Alright, well with that done, I guess we'll jump back into the ladder. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see who performs well in the Swiss. Because, like, in my mind, the best player isn't necessarily the player that's going to get to semi-finals, right? The best players are going to be the players that, one, don't get screwed over on luck. Like, if they just lose the coin toss every single game or something, like, that's just awful, right? 2, it'll be people that don't tilt. Right? If you lose or if things go bad and then you tilt, you're going to be tilted for like the rest of the day. 6 cards and extra. This is probably Cyber Dragons. I think we're going to do this. We're going to set both traps because if one gets popped, we can still use the other one. I don't really want to discard Ballet, but I also... that is annoying, but it is what it is. Okay, one of his Shady's gone is pretty good. Tributes for the Sidra. Okay, that's fine. Don't care about that. Again, we always wait until the fusion comes out. I never tilt. I don't know if that's true. Okay. Gets the tails. That's good for us. Sets a back row. Straight to battle. Okay. So we do get to keep hold of the battle ballet, which is quite nice for us. Oh, get punished, nerd. Right, let's see what we get here. Not gonna lie, that's not ideal. I can bin that to the grave. It's going to depend on what we draw, I guess. So we'll do this. We do just grab Princess. We'll summon out Trombo. Activate Trombo. Doesn't matter what we send here, as long as we don't summon out either. Alright, we have messed that up a little bit. I thought we had enough monsters in the graveyard to get this off. We're still fine. It's just a little bit awkward. And a little bit of awkwardness is fine. Go get him, champ. Eh. Alright, Barrage of Steel is fine. Please, 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 do not hit the other... Fuck off. Now, he had the delay, so like... Never mind. Did not matter. He was never missing. At least I don't think he has much more of a play after that. Cyber Assault is whatever. Does get the heads. That's also better for us. So we have sort of won the coin toss twice. Well, now this is annoying, so I need Boton in the graveyard. I mean, I can just search another Boton, I suppose. So we summon, do that, get the fusion, I guess? Alright, let's do it like this. Reveal Ensemble. Grab the fusion. Summon Brasaxophone. Tribute to summon out the ensemble. Flip over Boton. Activate Fusion. Go for the full orchestra. So we have to discard a card. The question becomes, are we going to have enough engraved? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we should have plenty. So we'll go ahead and activate this. Then we will go Battle Ballet. Get this out by using this and this. So this is 7,100. I can make that 9,100. Subtract 3,600. Christ, I'm literally just going to open a calculator. I am not good at doing maths. So that's 71, so that'd be 91 minus 26. 36. 55, so it's not lethal. It is not lethal. I think we're just going to set this then. We'll just walk over these. I need to figure out how I want to call these decks on my WCS breakdown. For example, Tear Thing or Dark Galaxy Tear Thing, Light Galaxy or Light Galaxy Fusion. I think I would do it in a sense of if a deck is going to get confused with another deck, that's when you need to specify. Otherwise, you go like as vanilla as possible. So like Dark Galaxy is a confusing one because there are technically two builds that could be at Worlds. So there, I would maybe say Tear Thing. For Light Galaxy, I don't think anyone's going to bring a non-fusion Light Galaxy build, so I would just write Light Galaxy, personally. Same with, like, Spellcasters. You just call it, like, Seven's Road, or Spellcasters, whatever you want to call it. People tilt sometimes, even me. Yeah, but if you're on the world stage, if you're at, like, the biggest tournament in the world, you need to not tilt, right? You need to be able to get your emotions under control. The heck is this music? This music is Claire Obscure Expedition 33. I mean, we'll save that replay as well. Again, we'll probably delete that one, but... I don't know what song we had last, but this one is Expedition 33. Come on, Baz, you played Expedition 33. You should know this. Assuming you're talking about this song specifically. I'm a massive sucker for card games and JRPGs. Those are my jams. Absolutely amazing game. Yeah, it's so good. It's so good. Like, I have... Like, it's not perfect, right? There's some stuff that I have, like, opinions of it with, but, like, still a 10 out of 10. Like, a 10 out of 10, again, doesn't mean perfect. It just means as close to perfect as it's going to get. Sounds like Mono's grand finale music. I mean, Mono's grand finale music's pretty hype. This song is called The Paintress. That's not ideal. That's probably Ancient Gear Golem. That's not ideal for me. Because this hand does not beat Ancient Gear Golem. Pot of Greed. Okay. Okay. I'd really like it if you flip that monster up before you tributed these. Alright, we'll let this go. I might live to regret that. Okay, it was that. That is not as bad as it could have been. Straight to battle as well. 3 cards stuck in hand. So we're taking 25, but that's fine. As long as we draw a boss, this is fine. Like, we're basically bricking right now. So if we lose this, it's because we've hard bricked against this pile of crap, right? Okay, we should be okay with this now, right? We don't have a ballet, actually. Not having a ballet might actually get us punished really badly here. And we'll do what we can. Tribute for this. Summon this. Activate this. Go into Divine Breath. Watch him have, like, TSA, and that's how he's gonna kill us. He's gonna just, like, TSA over us, and we're just gonna die. I'm gonna call it right now. Do I keep this in hand? I think I might have to use both of these. Right, we are gonna keep it in hand. We are gonna swing over this one. Because if we put that one in the graveyard and he's playing Secret Order, we could get massively punished. As someone who has Dragon Quest as one of his top games and sells it all the time, that's fine. But you've already got all the attributes in the world in the graveyard, so I don't really want to let you attack with that. Bro's playing 100 Divine Dragon. Alright, we will do this. I'm going to send the other Shady, I think. Right, we're going to do this. We're going to do this. This is the play. Let's see what he does. 3000 defense might be too much for him. Does a double tribute to summon that. I mean, we'll shiny that down as well. Right, click the card. Okay, he has another boss monster in hand. We've drawn 2 more bosses, so we are just completely off to the races. We can get a 3 boss board here. So we flip this. Activate Breath. We need this back. We summon Flea Tomahawk. Tribute over this. Summon out Boton. Activate Fusion. Go into Ensemble. Not Ensemble. Use Ensemble to make Orchestra. Activate Battle Ballet. Summon out Divine Breath. Activate this Divine Breath. Gain the attack. Swing. And then swing. Alright, we got there in the end. Imagine if we had lost to that pile deck, bro. That would have been so bad. Looking at the name of the song, probably Final Boss Music. I will tell you, this is not the Final Boss Music. Why is there Dosidon on my screen? Don't worry about the Dosidon. Don't worry about the Dosidon. Expedition 33 is a French game. It's an amazing French game. Hello, Mono, by the way. Hello, hello, Mono. We were talking about you earlier, Mono. We were talking about your tournament. Exclamation mark, Mono. But Xenoblade X. Sorry, Xenoblade. Not even close. Realistically, if I was to tier JRPGs, like, alright, let's not tier them. If I was to rank them, Xeno, for me, would not be a top 5 JRPG. And I don't mean that in, like, a horrible way. I just mean the JRPG genre is stacked. It is so stacked. There are so many ridiculously good JRPG franchises. It's almost a bit ridiculous how many there are. And it's a real big shame how few of them are still seeing extra, like, versions of their games come out to this day, like extra installments, which is such a shame. Because again, I don't think Xenoblade is like a bad game, or any of the Xeno games are bad, right? They're just not as good as some of the other games. That's just, it's an unfortunate truth. So many Tristan, by the way. It's always about the Tristan. Tomato showing no mercy. I love anime, but Expedition 33 is crazy. Expedition 33 is so good, man. It's so good. But Xenoblade. So far, Expedition 33 is Game of the Year for me. Silksong has chances, and maybe I don't think anything else beats those two. I think Silksong will win it because it is unbelievably popular, right? I think Silksong has a lot of, like, prestige going into it. Expedition 33 is a game that you have to, like, make your friends play. You have to be like, no, trust me, bro, it's good. Didn't Xenoblade nominated for Game of the Year one time? I mean, potentially. Dosodon 2 good. I really like Dosodon. I mean, Dosodon's a cool card. XC3 got nominated in 2022 with Elden Ring and God of War. I mean, that was a hell of a stacked year, realistically. Death Stranding 2, but not my type of game. I really like Death Stranding 2. I don't think it's going to win. I think it'll probably get a nomination, but I don't think it's going to win. What's your top 5? Oh, top 5. Top 5 JRPGs. I wonder if we can find like a JRPG tier list or something. Now, some of these I wouldn't consider to be JRPGs, but we'll go with this one. So I'll come over real quick. I'll show you this. No, I don't want you. Alright. Alright, Breath of Fire is really good. Breath of Fire is really good. This is maybe not I guess if there's an S+, it can be an A tier, that's fine. Dragon Quest, this is easily S. Dragon Quest is easily S. Bravely Default. This might be controversial. I don't actually like the Default and Bravely system, so that's not being up there. Final Fantasy, this is S+. I know a lot of people probably won't agree with this. Final Fantasy, especially the Golden Era, which is like the PlayStation 1 era. I guess we'll fix this as well. Just realised that's kind of off to the side a bit. Final Fantasy is peak. It's actually just amazing. The stories in these are incredible. Even though the games, I think, haven't always hit the mark, the good ones are so good, it makes up for how, like, mid the bad ones are. Fire Emblem, again, I wouldn't consider this a JRPG, but, like, it's fantastic. It's obviously amazing. Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts is a weird one. Some of the Kingdom Hearts I think amazing. Like, Kingdom Hearts 2 is ridiculously fantastic. I don't really like the other ones that much, if I'm being honest. Again, I don't want to go over all of these. Monster Rancher is a weird one, because, again, I don't really consider it a JRPG. Pokemon's on here. I mean, I like Pokemon. I don't know if I would say Pokemon's a great It's a good game. I really like it. I don't know if I'd say it's like a great JRPG. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Dark Cloud. Dark Cloud is peak. Dark Cloud is so good. Xenoblade. Xenoblade is probably here-ish. About the Paintress song. I see, I see. The Game Awards hate Xenoblade. I said, remake, what's Xenoblade? I look away for a sec and I see Xenoblade. Nintendo game. I took away now and I see a JRPG tier list. What? I mean, we were asked, like, what our favourites are. I mean, Golden Sun is another really good one. I don't think Golden Sun is better than... See, this is where it gets weird, because, like, a lot of these I don't consider JRPGs. Like, sometimes they are on, like, a technicality. There's Xenosaga just hanging out. Yokai Watch. Star Ocean I didn't like very much, you know. Mother is obviously fantastic. Like, Mother is so good. Mother is, like, on Dragon Quest here. Good Atelier games are really, really good. So they're probably going to go up there. Romancing Saga. Rune Factory is another good game. But again, it's barely a JRPG. Super Robot Wars is on here. Persona goes up in God tier. Oh, this is just brands? Yeah, we didn't want to do every single JRPG ever. This is just the franchises. Final Fantasy and Dragon Quest on top for me. Yeah, if we look at overall in the series. Yeah. We need a new Dragon Quest. The last Dragon Quest game was so good. Like, it's almost... Dragon Quest is sort of like vanilla JRPG, but it doesn't need to be anything more than vanilla, because vanilla is great, right? This is like, in my opinion, the default. This is like what every other JRPG has to be at least Dragon Quest to be a peak JRPG. That's the way I look at it. I don't like much of the new Pokemon stories, but it's a good JRPG franchise for sure. Kingdom Hearts on PS2 was my childhood. Yeah, I don't really like Kingdom Hearts 1. Kingdom Hearts 2 is like so good. So good. I try to think which other ones here like are worth putting on the list. Because like Disgaea is cool. I like Disgaea. I mean, I like all of these, to be honest. Like, every single game I put on here are games I really like. Like, Mega Man Battle Network. I don't consider that an RPG. Star Ocean I didn't enjoy that much. Valkyria Chronicles is good. It's probably going to be down here, though. Simple is good. I mean, basically, yeah, right? Tales of... Probably going to go down here. Tales of games are a bit mid. Star Ocean's probably on about Tales of. They're like vanilla. They're like... They're not even vanilla. These are like less than vanilla. That's how I consider these games. They're like... These are like... You know, an anime season comes out, and there's just like a bunch of isekai, and you're like... There's just a bunch of isekai. I guess I'll give them a go. Why not? That's what these JRPGs are. That's what Tales of and Star Ocean are to me. They're like, they're there. They exist. They're kind of like bloat. East is sort of in that group for me as well. I enjoyed the Mario and Luigi game, but not FF or Dragon Quest, that's for sure. Yeah, exactly, right. Neptune is less than vanilla too. Which one's Neptune? Where's Neptune? I don't think I've played Neptune. Oh, Neptune. Are you talking about Neptunia? I've never played a Hyperdimension Neptunia game, so I don't really have anything to say about it. Etrian Odyssey is quite good. It's probably going to be around Disgaea tier. The Legend of Heroes is pretty cool. That can go like probably around Etrian Odyssey as well. Tales are fun gameplay, but the stories are always Wish FF. Yeah, that's kind of how I look at them as well. This is kind of how I would probably have it. Like, these are like top tier for me. These are like still ridiculously good, like unbelievably good. And then like you get like these are fantastic games. I still love them. I would still play every game in these franchises, but they're just not these, right? Then you get to the games where I'm like, I'm gonna play these, but I'm not hyped for like a new Bravely Default game coming out. I'm not hyped for a new Disgaea. I'm not hyped for a new Legend of Heroes, right? I'll play them, but I'm not like super excited about it. And then down here, these are like, I've got nothing else to play. I'll play them. I'll play through them. They'll be fine. Surprised you put Pokemon and Kingdom Hearts both at A. Well, it's because like, as a JRPG, Pokemon and Kingdom Hearts aren't fantastic, right? As just games, they're fine. They're good games. I quite like both of these games. As a JRPG, I'm not a big fan. Same with Fire Emblem. As a video game, if I was just rating these by like what video game do I like, Fire Emblem would probably be up in S. But as a JRPG, a lot of the JRPG stuff I don't really like in Fire Emblem. But yeah, that's my list. That's how we're doing that. All right, let's get back. Let's get back to playing a little bit more game. I need at least one more replay, realistically. Ideally against something meta. We haven't played against a single Light Galaxy today. So, like, if I could go against a Light Galaxy, not Brick, and get my teeth kicked in, that would be good. That would make a good replay. Kingdom Hearts music playing while talking about its peak. I mean, it just happens, right? It just happens. Kingdom Hearts... Alright, so for me, Kingdom Hearts 1 is great until you, like, leave Traverse Town. I like the Hercules Colosseum stuff as well. But, like, I didn't really like most of the rest of the game until Hollow Bastion. Like, basically, I don't like it when it goes full Disney. Like, I like the Disney stuff. I think it's cool. But, like, I'm not about everything being Disney all the time, right? I like a nice mix of Disney and Final Fantasy. Whenever those two things intertwine, it works really well. That's what Kingdom Hearts 2 did amazingly. Kingdom Hearts 2 had a really good balance of FF and Disney that worked so well. Like, there was a bit very early on in Kingdom Hearts 2 where Hades, from Hercules, you know, uses, like, summons up a warrior from hell to fight Sora. And he summons Auron from Final Fantasy X. And it is so peak that we're just like, Hades from Hercules is calling on Auron because he dies in Final Fantasy X. And then he's going to now try and fight against us as the players. Like, that is so good. It's an excellent mixture of just all of it, right? It's so, so good. Have you tried the Pierce Turbo Wind Warriors? No. The only thing I've tried, other than what we've done on stream, is... Oh, Christ. Guys, I think we lose. This is the first time this has happened. I mean, we'll try, but I'm pretty sure we're cooked. I mean, we literally can't do anything, right? We have to just take a body. Summon. No delay on that. Doesn't really mean anything, but... do we activate the effect? I think I am. I don't like doing this, because it means I'm not going to have a boss for next turn. But if I get stopped by a trap card, that would be like the worst case scenario. So I'm going to get rid of these. And we're going to pray. It's from Guilty Gear. Yeah, Guilty Gear Smell of the Game is so good, man. It's so good. I didn't like 1 much, 2 was great, 3 felt a bit too cheesy. What are we talking about? The, Straight Pierce, or? I didn't know Tomato is a Guilty Gear fan. Yes, so I haven't played the latest one. So, like, sort of a fake fan on that regard. If this goes through, he pops... Alright, we are going to do this here. I don't know if this is the correct time. We're not technically dead if this works, but by doing this, it's a lot safer. Because if he summons out another normal monster, we'd have to flip it then, and we've just lost a guy for no reason, and then he threatens lethal. So we still flip that down, but then all he has to do is tribute over it with a Cyber Dragon, and we're just dead. So by doing it this way, we save a body, which could be enough to keep us alive. Again, it depends how custom his hand is. Kingdom Hearts. Ah, right. I didn't like 1 much, 2 was great, 3 felt a bit too cheesy. Yes, I basically agree with that statement. 3 had, like, no FF in it at all, and that felt really weird. And obviously, we'd gotten to the point there, we'd had so many games and so many, like, outside sources, that the story got really, like, convoluted. Where's the music from? This is from Guilty Gear Strive. It's called Smell of the Game. What's your top 3 Dragon Quest games? Ooh. Right, 8. 8 is pretty peak, right? 8 is probably my favorite. I like the classic games, but I don't think I like the classic games as much as the more modern ones. I mean, this is a little bit annoying. We just activate that and get that going. I could do that and then see what he does. Right, let's go Battle Ballet first. Do this and this. Summon out full orchestra. There's the delay. Okay, so this was always happening, so there was no way for us to deal with that. But now we can just go for the trombone to play around it. Okay, uses the shady. Okay, flips that down because he can. We'll summon out trombone. Activate trombone. Send this to the graveyard. Draw a card. Yes. Flip this up. Activate the effect. I guess we're sending this. Activate Pog. Flip this up. Reveal we have this. I don't know, we'll add this to hand. I'm pretty sure we have, like, unbelievably Giga Lethal. We'll drop the straight pierce. We'll just go, I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Into the deck you go. Swing over that. Swing in for 44. And get it for 22. Okay. We got there. So we did actually need the straight pierce. We did need the straight pierce to get the lethal. I mean, that's a good replay because we did get to show off the trombone play on the... God, what's it even called? On the full orchestra, which is something we haven't done in any of these other games. That's still a good replay for that. The issue is, I think that's 3 Cyber Dragon replays. And I really don't want 3 Cyber Dragon replays. Thanks, that's a good thing with Dragon Quest. The overall feel is still the same as the old games, but they just build on it instead of doing too much. Yes, I think that's a really good like aspect of those games as well. So, Tomato, did you see the meme about Yuga and the FBI? Yes, I did. It was funny. I got a chuckle. Elden Ring is so good. I played it so much. It's nice to see a fresher perspective when Ryan plays it. Yeah, I was watching him play it like months ago because Ryan has been playing it very, very slowly over the course of several months. I know he did a stream recently, but I was busy when he was doing it. So I was kind of annoyed that I couldn't watch it, because I do really enjoy watching Brian play it. That being said, obviously I think Brian is usually engaging with chat quite a lot as he plays it, so he's not necessarily like fully immersed into the experience. But it's still fun to watch someone play it, right? How many straight pierce are you running? We're only playing 1, and the only reason we're playing the 1 is because it is our only out to the maximum. The, B-Steam maximum. He played it for just over 8 hours? God damn. When I was watching him play it before, he'd play like an hour, maybe 2 hours here and there. Like, he was never like proper binging it. It's one of those games where you go, oh, I'll just see what's over here and get lost for ages. Yeah, I do love that. My one thing I would love is to forget what I know about all of the different Souls games, so I could go back and play them blind. Well, there's Shiny Shady. Let's Pog. Alright, we will go Horn Knives, see if there's a delay. No delay. Activate Horn Knives. I mean, I will take that back to my hand, but I don't really need it. Now that I know there's no delay... we'll probably go Trombone. Activate the effect. We'll send this. Draw a card. That is a really good draw. Okay. Change that to attack mode. Activate the skill. Reveal Ensemble Fighter. Grab Fusion. Normal summon over Horn Knives. See if there's going to be no Execute Your Riding. That's excellent. Summon out full orchestra. Right, we're going to get super greedy here. 41. So this is just shy of lethal. Like, just shy of lethal. How greedy are we feeling? Let's just get really greedy. If we lose, it's whatever. I just really want to do this play. Right, if we lose, we lose. Okay, I really wanted to put him on 400. My top 3 Dragon Quest probably 8, 11, and I don't know if it's controversial, but I love 9 a lot. I have a lot of nostalgia for 9, but I don't think I would say 9 is one of the better games. That's my take on that. Trumpet Tiger. Are we playing the Trumpet Tiger skill? It'd be funny if that was a command. Well, that's not ideal. Unfortunately, Trumpet Tiger, not the best card for that situation. One other thing I did want to talk about. Has anyone been playing the new Shadowverse stuff? I know Mono has. I don't know if Mono's still in the chat, but I know Mono has been trying out the new Shadowverse stuff. I haven't really tried it. I didn't really like set 2 that much. The decks I liked in set 2 weren't very good. Like, my favorite decks from set 2 were like Dragon, Haven, and Portal. And all 3 of those decks were kind of garbage in set 2. So I haven't played a lot of them, but yeah, 9 was my first one, and I played them much nostalgia. Yeah, I really liked 9, just because I played it on DS when I was a kid. So I absolutely loved it. How to explain the new set? It feels a bit more archetypical. I think that's the thing, is I looked at a lot of the new cards, and it felt like these were all for, like, brand new decks. Like, they weren't making any of the current decks much stronger, except the odd occasional card. And so I was kind of like, well, if you don't like any of the new archetypes, it's like, eh? Because some of the decks were like that already, right? Like Puppet Portal, Artifact Portal, they were already, like, very archetypical, right? But when you get new cards that don't really work well with either that great, like, they do kind of. I think some of the stuff can work well with Portal, like the killing your own stuff. But obviously, it's this new thing. It's this, like, egg deck, right? Okay, 3 sets. Or knives. So we do have a fusion play. What is that back row going to be? That's the question. Alright, I think we always summon Horn Knives first. There is a delay. Okay, so it's very good that I did summon Horn Knives first. Right. We'll go Horn Knives. That's an awful mill. We'll go Breath. Reveal Digisoon. Grab the fusion spell. We'll Tribute over. We'll go ahead and use Digisoon now. We'll summon Boton. Activate Fusion. Because our goal here right now is just to get him to use his trap, right? So we summon this. Shady. I mean, if it just doesn't use Shady, we just keep this in hand. Okay, there goes Shady. So Shady has finally been used. Summon Trombeau. Activate Trombeau. Send this, draw a card, change the battle position. Yes, we'll change this. Back up. Activate the effect. We'll send this to the graveyard. Oh yeah, we don't gain the attack. Ooh. Get 2500 damage, and we'll clear the whole board. Alright, now there is an obvious flaw here, guys, right? That is, there is a certain boss monster in this man's extra deck that sort of has a natural advantage against our deck. So if that just hits the board, I think we do just die. I mean, theoretically, we wouldn't die from a single hit, but we would be on 200 life points. So... maybe he just won't have fusion and we'll be fine. I started picking just one deck and playing in variations for a season, so I could always have resources to play something new each set. Yeah, I mean, I think in the last set, if I wanted to actually have a lot of fun, I think what I needed to do was play Abyss. But I made all of the, I had already got a lot of the Haven cards, so I just crafted the rest of the Haven stuff. And it was a really fun deck, it was just not very good. Now, he discarded Fusion. So I have a feeling... there's no way he hasn't... he must have the Fusion. There's no way he doesn't. You are joking! You are joking! What? He doesn't have access to a fucking actor. How is actor the PC's missing? That is also annoying, because we still lack the ability to summon Ensemble. Alright, we'll summon. No delay. Does that change anything at all? If there's no delay, we could go for another fusion play. Right, tribute this for this. Right, there is a delay there. So that means it's the one that reduces attack. Execute you riding. Okay, riding comes down. Summon. Fusion. There's no way to, like, lethal this man, right? If I activate that and use his effect, I could boost him by 3,000. That puts him down to 400 life, so that doesn't kill him. If I summon that, it still doesn't kill him, because then that'd be 1,000 less, and then we'd get 12 plus 1. Am I actually 100 off lethal? Alright, we're just gonna do it, I guess. So I'm gonna normal summon this. Oh, I can't because he's 9s, right. They're 9s, not thingies. Not 8s. I always forget that Straight Pierce has to be on a 7 or 8. I mean, again, if he just has it, we die, but, like... if I left just these two on the board, he could suck up the 6,000, attack over 58, and would be dead anyway. So leaving this on the field doesn't affect the maths. The issue is, we've given Matarian 3 turns, so we're probably going to die, right? He needs gun? Against a warrior deck? You're insane. He should have been able to kill us a couple turns ago. If we were playing safe, the play would have been to only have one monster face up. But, like, it's not very fun, is it? Right, here we go, here we go. Leading actor, leading actor. Come on, bro. Come on! You could do it! Leading actor! There it is! Alright. He's got it, he's got it. Do we sit here and let... Nah, we're not going to sit here and let him kill us. We'll just get out of here. I was going to say, there was like 100 ways he could end the duel there, but... Bro was like... really, really struggling. If he was playing quickly, I would have just let him kill us, but bro was taking like 6 seconds per like button press. I'm like, we're not waiting for that. Oh no, not Luke. Okay, it's not a real Luke. Right, please be a hero player. Heroes. We've played against so many Sidra today. Be a hero player. That's not ideal. I mean, I guess we can play around Curse. Trap hole would have been nice there. I mean, yeah, trap hole would have gone very, very hard. But again, like we said, we weren't playing to win. Like, every turn we were just, like, basically... It's when you get games like this, where you're like... Does this count as a real game? Bro's playing Hammer Crush. Like, this isn't like a normal Sidra next stream. It might be a Sidra stream next time. It might be. Like, part of me is like, this is not going to be a replay for the video. So is there even a point in continuing this? Like, we're already COG. We don't really have anything to gain. I mean, we already have a Boton on the field. Alright, we will activate Breath. We'll reveal that we have this Ensemble Fighter. We'll grab this Fusion. We'll Tribute over this. Nothing so far. Do we even fuse that? We can't get another copy. We'd have to get something off of that. Right, let's go Trombo here. Activate Trombo. We'll send this. That's still not helpful. I'm sure we'll flip that up, why not? There's just like not much damage going around is the current concern. I could tribute this, get this out. Fuse. Just all feels a bit crap. I guess we're just gonna go for it. Go 1, let's go 2. Summon this out. I mean, if that has 1,000 defense, I could discard these, and then that's lethal. I guess we'll just go for it. Like, there's a chance it's lethal. If it's anything, if it is exactly Sparkman, or if it's Clayman, it's not lethal. And obviously if the back row is a trap card. But like, there's an okay chance this just kills. Wait, no, my maths is completely off. I don't know why I was like, oh yeah, that's gonna be 1,000 more damage than it was. I was just wrong. I really do struggle with like basic school level mathematics sometimes. It's really, really worrying. Because I used to be quite good at maths, and I've progressively gotten worse over time. Like, it's actually possibly a problem. If I stream stuff you as sheeps, is that a real deck? Not really. The replay would have to be just really funny. That's the only way that gets shown, right? Like, either I have to showcase something... Like, because the whole point of getting a replay for the video is to showcase the deck, right? So showcasing when the deck does well, showcasing when the deck doesn't do well. These are both, like, important things. Showing how it does against the current meta decks, all of these things are really important. So the only time I really include, like, really mid decks is when, like, either it was really funny, or my deck did exactly what it needed to do, or my deck did exactly what it shouldn't do in, like, spectacular fashion, right? But, like, if it's just, like, a hard brick, it's whatever, right? That's not helpful. Like, people would, like, comment, like, why did you even bother putting a brick game in? Okay. Here comes Miracle. What are we doing with Miracle? Are we gonna go for a Shining here? Are we gonna have enough stuff in Graveyard for Shining? This has to be a Shining play. But is this gonna be enough to kill? I don't think this is as lethal Shining play, unless you suddenly dump a lot of stuff in the graveyard. We can change Shining to defense mode. That's how we out it. So we need to find a Trombeau. I'm pretty sure we're alive here, unless, like, the last two cards in his hand are very, very strong. Two back row. So now it comes down to he has to have a legend trap, because he obviously doesn't have a shady. Okay. Two kind of was brilliant at maths and cheeks at English when I was younger, and progressively it slowly switched completely. Ended up getting an A for English literature, B for maths. It's weird. But, like, so obviously I've been out of, like, education for a long-ass time now, right? But when I was in education, like my scores on everything was always, like, top-notch, right? Like, I was very much like a nerd at school, right? I was always, you know, one of the top of the class. I was always getting, like, top marks and everything. So, again, my maths was, like, fantastic when I was at school. Now, all of a sudden, like, doing quick maths in my head is just not working out. Alright, I think, though, we have reached 4 o'clock. So, that is gonna be the end of today's stream. We had some good games, we had some bad games, we had some brick games, we had some JRPG tier list. I wasn't expecting to do that today. But, as I did say earlier in the stream, it is Worlds tomorrow. We will be covering it in some fashion. So either we'll be streaming it, or we'll be on someone else's stream, or we'll be in chat in someone else's stream. We'll be around tomorrow to be doing World stuff, put it that way. So, look forward to that. We'll probably be back on Sunday with another stream, where we'll probably be going over the stuff they talked about at Worlds. So, also look forward to that. There is also, again, Mono's EDO tournament today. I'll post that. I should post that, because that's kind of important. I'll post it in the chat. If anyone wants to sign up to Mono's EDO tournament, it is there. It's very fun. Your JRPG list made me slightly made me cry. I mean, that's just how it goes. In my opinion as well, that isn't even, like, a controversial list. Like, the list I had there is, like, maybe Dark Cloud is higher than it would be for everyone else. But, like, everything else in, like, those top 4 spots, I think no one's really going to argue with Final Fantasy... God, what were the other ones? Mother, Persona, Dragon Quest. No one's going to argue with those 4 for sure. For sure. Those are, like, top tier. And then Atelier, I think, is really slept on. It's a really, really strong deck. Oh god, you could tell I need a break. It's a really, really good JRPG. But thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye! We can click the button.